Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with an E. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed me. Who is he? They're all saying. I'm Rob Locke, with an E. And yes, I've had the most interesting vacation of my entire life, which what have we got? 2.5 hours. No, there isn't enough time to tell you about it. But I'm back, and what a show we have for you. I'm going to be hobbling around this evening because I broke my toe whilst moving a chair to stop me from stubbing and breaking my toe on it. It's been one of those days. But you know what? We have a show special for you this evening. Show specials. What does that mean? It means that only until 3 a.m. the price that we are about to show you will be valid. 2 hours and 19 minutes, and then the price goes back up. Now, the weird thing, this is a strange situation. The Gurmy steam iron, it's a steam generator iron, we weren't necessarily going to show tonight because we only have a very low stock of it. Really not enough to kind of waste everyone's time with, as it were. But we thought, well, we were able to get such a good price on it, we thought we'd throw it in anyway. So we don't have it here. We're not going to demonstrate it. I know we are a shopping show, not a shopping catalogue, but on this one occasion, the price is just too stupidly good to pass up. A steam generator iron for $59.99, but only until 3 a.m. And look, Advanced Homewares have it for $179.99. OnBuy have it for $175. This is a genuine, bona fide, pucker, real, proper steam generator iron, which basically, it's not like those handheld irons that just, you know, produce a little pff of steam. This gives you continuous, superheated, dry steam. So Bev Hare is here. You're going to hear her voice while let's show her very quickly.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
Quickly.
That's enough. Bev, tell us about the iron.
1.5 litres of water for a start. You can add water to it at any time. You don't have to wait for it to cool down. It's also got a filter inside there to filter out any of the lime scale before it even gets anywhere near the boiler. But also it's a self-cleaning iron, so it keeps the back plate nice and clean. We've also got Super Glide on the actual Super Glide on the salt plate. Yeah, that takes some saying this time of morning.
That was an onomatopoeia, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Like it's, yeah.
Yeah, as it was. 3-bar pressure, which pushes out 100 grams of steam. I have to say, this is a cracking little iron, and at this price, get it, because you will not be disappointed.
Seriously, if you've seen that's hard to say that. If you've seen steam generator irons, and feel free to go and have a little Google, or whatever your favourite search engine happens to be, you will see that they are usually over £100. And the big difference is that you get continuous steam. You press the button, it's not created in the iron, it's created in the steam generator, which is in the bottom bit, and it is pushed out under pressure at force, which basically removes the wrinkles from your clothes. Heat does not remove wrinkles, steam does. And this is a huge jet of steam. So bottom line, this is the iron for that price that will actually get the wrinkles out of your clothes, because I guarantee you, if you're being honest with yourself, and I hate to admit this, I know, and you probably will too, when you use a regular iron, it diminishes wrinkles, but they're still there if you look carefully, aren't they? Well, you can look all you like when you've used a steam generator iron, you will not see a wrinkle, trust me. So we only have a handful of those. If it's something you want to take a punt on, get it while you can. Get her in your basket, get her checked out, because by 3 a.m. the price is going up to $99.99. And if you know me and trust me at all, and you've seen steam generator irons on this show, get that. It will only please you and only fulfill your every wish from a steam generator iron. And I tell you what, it's so much better than a regular iron. You'll be thanking me that you bought it. 10% of the stock's already gone. Thank you for taking our word for it. That's the weirdest thing I've ever done on a television show you some pictures, but trust me, it's really good.
Also, if you think about it, it's actually cheaper than a conventional iron at that price.
I paid 20 years ago, I paid £85 for an iron. Now, it's going to be one of those nights. How is the cartridge limited stock? We've got a handful of those. So, look, how long is the cartridge that comes with the iron going to last, roughly? I know it depends on how hard the water is.
It depends on how hard the water is, basically, but I mean, it can last a year, it can last longer. You know, it just depends on how hard. But the thing is with this iron, with it have a self-cleaning system on it, literally you fill it, press the button, 2 minutes it's all cleaned itself, and so therefore it keeps that limescale free. So if you do that regularly, unfortunately, you might have a you know, cartridge that lasts a long time.
But if you want a spare one, check it out. It's good. The iron, you've got to check. Actually, the iron, it's not going to be a clock situation. It's going to be a stock situation because, thankfully, the nation is trusting Rob Locke and Bev Hare.
There you go. Can't go wrong.
20% of the stock is now already in baskets. You must check out. Leslie, can I spend just a couple of minutes talking about this iron? Is that okay? We've got another banging deal for you in a minute on this whole, all this here. You'll get to know what this is all about in a minute. But the iron, I want people to understand something here. First of all, if you haven't heard of Gurmy, and maybe you'll say, Rob, of course I've heard of Gurmy. I've watched the Muppets. Gurmy? Thank you. There was a grunt off of camera there. I believe it was the floor manager. And I believe it came out of his mouth.
Thank goodness for that.
Who are Gurmy? Because they're a premium brand, aren't they?
They are.
We don't necessarily know.
Been going over 100 years.
Have they?
Yes, Italian, and they are one of the largest manufacturers of small appliances, home appliances.
Yes.
And the thing is with Gurmy, you know, you've got a 2-year guarantee on it. So again, you're buying quality. But the beauty of this iron is so lightweight, so easy to use. Literally, fill it up, press the button, and away you go. It's even got a cable tidy as well.
Well, I was going to say, if you have a look, again, I apologise for just showing you pictures and not moving pictures or demonstrating. We really didn't know we were going to necessarily have a chance to show you this tonight. So look at that sole plate. You've got the groove around the edge for buttons.
Yes, absolutely.
But if we can go back to the sort of main shot, please, Leslie. Leslie's our producer. That cord that comes out the iron, that is your steam pipe, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
That's why the iron is so lightweight. So if you've got dexterity problems, this is the iron for you. Because there is no water sitting in that iron, that's what keeps it nice and lightweight. That is called, now I'll try and say this, a slalom sole plate. Pretty good, eh?
Very
good. Yes, I thought that was
officially
pretty good.
Impressed.
Yep.
And 1.5 litre tank, that's a lot of ironing.
Yeah, it
Whereas
is.
regular irons, as you say, what a regular, and let's talk temperature as well.
Right.
Regular irons, they get super hot, don't they?
2,000 to 3,000 watts of heat is a normal iron. 3,000 watts of heat is an electric fire. So that's what you're ironing your best black trousers with.
Is it any wonder that the clothes melt? Because that's what, we have a word for that, don't we? Or a phrase, iron shine.
Yes.
Oh, I got a bit of iron shine.
Yeah.
Well,
or the pockets
it's
on the
melted
back.
clothes.
Yeah.
This doesn't get us anywhere near that hot. Doesn't need to, does it?
It doesn't. You've got a temperature on this one, so you can, if you're a little bit worried about anything, you have a temperature on there to be able to turn it down slightly if you want to. But I have to say, when I've been using it, I put it onto the maximum, which is the 3 little buttons at the top, and I just iron everything on that.
And you can iron steam less if you're doing hemming, or your favourite?
Yes.
Wonder Web.
Oh, Wonder Web. Oh,
She loves her Wonder Web.
I do. I buy it by the yard.
The other night, she said, "Have you got any Wonder Web?"
Yeah, I did. But I get invited to the staff dinner now at Wonder Web.
Do you?
Yeah, I've got that.
Shares in the company.
Yeah.
There are other types of hemming iron-on adhesive are available.
Didn't know that.
But seriously, this is the kind of steam you get. And honestly, look, an iron's called an iron because it used to be a block of iron that you'd hang over your fireplace.
Yeah, you would.
But that's all we had in those, or all they had in those days, because I wasn't around. Even I'm not that old. But the fact is that my producer just went, honestly. But the fact is that steam, it literally relaxes the wrinkles, and then all the iron does and the heat do is they just smooth things over. When I bought my £85 iron 20 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
It may be even 25. It was when I got my first flat. It was the whole thing that they were selling irons on in those days.
And
was
they were
heavy. How heavy? Because you needed the weight.
You did.
Get rid of the wrinkle.
Yes.
And you needed the heat. It was the watt wars, you know, how many watts is it? And all that is just electrical consumption. Just because something's a high electrical consumption doesn't mean that it does a good job.
No.
So half the stock now spoken for. This is where your cartridge goes, your anti-cartridge.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just pop it in. You don't need a screwdriver or anything else. Very easy. Just pop it in. That will actually filter out any of the impurities before it gets into the boiler. So it's just giving you longevity of your iron, to be honest. And again, you know, you get your filter with it, so you're ready to go. Normal tap water inside there.
Pouring spout or pouring lip?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to go and buy the special ironing waters because of the filter that's in there. It'll help to keep the impurities out. Also, you've got cable tidy, so it keeps it nice and neat. So when you're putting it away, you're not got a danger of knocking the iron off.
And the iron will lock to the top as well.
It will,
so you can lift
so you can
the
carry
entire assembly. It stores really easily. It's about the same footprint as a toaster. I've got my steam generator iron in a cupboard under my sink, or to the left of my sink.
Yeah.
And look, again, you can check these prices genuinely. If you can find a better price, we are market beating. You will not. But try away, please. I would want nothing more than you to be happy because you found the best price you can. But I'm telling you, you're now looking at the best price that you can get. $179.99, or at least as far as we know. Advancedhomewares.co.uk. On buy, I've got it for $175. It's a fully fledged, full fat, full chat, 100% bona fide pucker steam generator iron.
Yes.
And I promise you, my hand on heart, my word, not because I'm trying to just flog it to you. Buy it, don't buy it. I care not. Well, I care that you have good products. We wouldn't feature something on this show if it wasn't really good, blooming good, expletive good. And I'm telling you it is. In fact, I remember distinctly we shot a little pre-record of this show to put on our Freeview channel. It's been so long ago, we may have even done one show live. And you and I both said, blimey, this is a really good iron. It really is good.
It is. And as you all know, I only bring you products which I would be happy to use in my own home. I really would. And this is a fantastic little iron. I cannot believe the price on that.
No,
I really can't. You get it home, you try it, you will be amazed how fast it gets rid of the creases.
Yeah, and how it's a joy to use. I actually enjoy using a steam generator iron. It's kind of fun, and you can cut your ironing time by to a fraction of what it is now. So it saves you time, saves you effort, saves you money. It's really, really good. And you can do vertical steaming as well, can't you, Bev?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
So you can hang everything on the hanger and just blast it with
Refresh your jackets, save on dry cleaning bills. Got a jacket that's maybe got a little perfume on it. Maybe, guys, maybe you got lucky the night before. And you want to get it nice and refreshed before you go home to the missus. Just kidding, I don't mean that. Could be the other way around. Look at everything we've got in the show. We are going to now feature the Optimus mop, the Fweza fix. Now, Fweza fix is the fix that sticks. It's 3 bottles of the superest super glue I've ever come across. Can I tell you something? 77% of people break more things in the summer than they do at any other time of year.
Really?
Yeah. Can I also tell you, 7 out of 10 statistics are absolute rubbish, just like the one I made up.
Oh, goodness
but no,
sake.
it is. It's really, really good glue. We'll show you that later. Check out the Cool Zone pads as well. It's going to be 29, 30 plus degrees over the next 3 days. And you really, really, really want to keep yourself cool at night, and the Cool Zone pad will help you do it. Not for this heat wave, but for the next one, which probably is in a week or 2. Who knows? Now, I said it was one of those nights, right? We've done a very, very special, prepared a very special offer for you on the Optimus mop. This was, in the early days of Shop on TV, or way back 18 months ago, our star product. And there's a reason. You don't need any chemicals to clean your floors and other surfaces too. This has 2 patents. One is a filtration system, a cartridge that removes impurities from your water. It also removes the any potential calcification that may enter the boiler, because basically calcium buildup, lime scale is death to boilers. And the other patent is that this mop, the heads have the boiler in them. The problem with handheld steaming mops is that often the boiler's halfway up the stick. By the time the steam gets down to the floor, it's cooled down, so it's not hot enough to kill any germs. It's also started to evaporate, so you get dribbles all over the floor. They're rubbish, which is why a lot of people ended up hating portable steam cleaning systems. This solves those systems, and it kills up to 99.9% of germs, viruses, bacteria, all those nasties, with just using regular tap water. Right, bit of history. Normally when this came out in the market about 18 months ago, it was £200. Now that did include a rectangular head and also a triangular head. We did it off the bat, from the get-go, at £100. So we were market leading and thousands of people bought it. Then we dropped it down a little bit more, I think, for a special sometime a few months ago. What we've done now, because there are now lots of different heads that come with the Optimus, which you can see on the website at shopontv.co.uk, we are now offering a main package with one head. It comes with the rectangular head. It comes with 2 of the microfiber cloths, which are washable, by the way, machine washable. And it comes with the filling tube, and it comes with your cartridge and your little tool to change your cartridge, and everything you need basically to get going. If you wish, you can then add other heads. So there is a brand new extra large, or I should say extra wide head. It's a kind of like an oversized vacuum cleaner head. We also have your patio decking head, so you can scrub your decks, scrub the decking, and you can do pirate sounds like this, grr. Arg. And we also have the triangular head that way back when did come included. It is now available because we always had the question, if I've got the triangular head, why do I need the rectangular? If I've got the rectangular head, why do I need the triangular? But most people actually end up using the rectangular head, so that's why we sort of separated them out. If you want the triangular head, which is if you've got a lot of nooks and crannies, a lot of corners in your home, then the triangular head is a great one to go for. They're all at reduced prices. We've got spare cartridges as well. We've got spare cleaning cloths too. And so basically, everything you need that you're about to see is going to save you. Actually, you know what? It's not going to save you money. You know what it's going to do, Bev?
What's that?
It's going to be free. You're going to get this for free.
Oh.
Basically because the money you save with cleaning, not having to buy cleaning chemicals, floor cleaners and disinfectants and things like that, means that eventually, very quickly, this will pay for itself. So it's like free. We're not obviously giving it to you for free. You have to make the initial investment. But once it's paid for itself, every time you use it thereafter, essentially, apart from a teeny bit of electricity, it is free. So this is why I love this system. And I tell you what, when it comes to quality, this thing is made so flinging flanging well. We'll show you that. Bev, I apologise. You're joking. I'm going to go sit down in a minute and rest my broken toe. And the rest, it's all you.
What are you doing with your toe?
Well, no, we're limited stock on the iron. Did I not tell you? So I have this chair which has got a big metal thing that sticks out. And
Just hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Limited stock?
Well, I did say that. Yeah, it's limited stock. Show special. If you don't check it out now, or within the next few minutes, you've missed it.
Oh, get it. Honestly, it's fantastic, that iron.
Yeah.
I was so impressed.
Sorry. £6.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on then. Tell me about your toe. You got this chair.
I spent £200 for dinner last night for 4 of us. Yeah, I've got this big chair. It's got these metal bits that stick out and I'm forever banging my toes on it.
Right.
And I saw that it was at an angle where I thought, if I'm not careful, I'm going to bang my toe on that. I'll just move it out of the way. So I went to do that to move it out of the way and kicked the thing that I always bang my toe on with tremendous force and broke my toe. Oh. Right, okay. Bev, seriously.
I'm not laughing, honestly.
Trust us when we say this is a must-have for the home. Bev, why is this a must-have for the home?
Well, just look at the quality. I mean, I have to say it's a fantastic quality before we even get started. But you know I love steam. I've used steam for over 20 years now. Would not go and buy chemicals at all. Don't need to, because I can sanitize the whole home by just using steam. This one will actually make into a shorter version, and you can do your worktops, you can do your windows, you can do your shower enclosures, so
walls.
you can use it all the way around the home.
Wallpaper stripper.
Yes, you can. But how many of us, when we've brought mops, steam mops in the past, soon as we start to use them, they wet the floor through? That's because the boiler's up at the top usually. By the time it's gone down the pipe, it's got cooler and it's reverted back to water. That's why it wets everything through. That's
not this though.
Not this.
No.
This one has the boiler in the head.
It's actually in there.
And so therefore it starts at 130 degrees and it settles to 110 degrees.
Which is more than enough to kill germs,
absolutely,
viruses, bacteria up to 99.9%.
So we're going to sanitize and deodorize and refresh the carpet. So not only are we getting rid of the germs that's down there, but what we're also doing is getting rid of the odours.
Now, Bev, sorry to interrupt, but you just put that in a plastic rectangle. Why
it is a carton glider, so
carpet glider.
Carpet glider. So it's gliding over that surface. The steam's still penetrating into the fibres.
Yep.
It's opening those fibres up, and it's forcing that dirt and those trapped odours up out, and it's neutralizing as we're doing. In fact, you can even see it's like putting lines in.
Oh my, you wouldn't, do you know what, you wouldn't have even known that carpet was dirty. But look at the fibres, it looks like a brand new bit of carpet that's gone down.
Now, how many times in the past when you've moved furniture and you thought to yourself, let me just move that off there, you'll see it better, and you've got the indentation in your carpet, and you go and get an ice cube and put that on, and that sort of seems to do it. Well, you've got your steam mop, you've got the best thing. Just put the steam mop on the top.
What does steam do?
Well, it swells the fibres open, so it revitalises those fibres. Anything that's trapped within the fibres, that can be germs, that can also be odours, but also that can be allergens.
Well, odours are bacteria.
Well,
allergens too, yes, of course.
Yeah, so therefore, if you're got the windows open now, then the pollen comes in through the windows. It comes also attached to your clothes when you come home. You take your coat off or your jacket, the pollen then goes onto the floor.
You might be on a main road like we are, and the stuff coming in from the street. So steam, does it create like a static cling?
What it does, it creates a static charge between the cloth and the floor, and what happens is it holds it onto the actual cloth head. Now, these cloth heads, of each fibre has a tiny hook on it. You can't see it. They are finer than a human hair, and they help to hold that dirt onto that cloth. When it's full of dirt, in which you will see, then you can just put them in the washer and wash them, and they're ready to use again.
Can I just say, have you ever had a kettle, but a steam burn from a kettle? It really penetrates. It's very painful, and if you were to hold your hand, and please don't do this, over a kettle while it's boiling, and you kept it boiling, it would start to melt the flesh off of your hand.
Yeah.
And so if you think this is 130 degree steam, and so it emulsifies, it melts fats, oils, and everything else. And look at that, a one pass wonder.
One pass wonder. But also, that's nearly dry, because you're using super dry heated steam. So therefore you are not over wetting that floor.
Dry steam.
So that allows you now to do sealed wooden floors.
Right.
So if you've got wooden floors, you can use it on the wooden floors. Now, with this large head that it comes with, you get quite a large area done in one go. And that makes life a lot easier. You're not having to buy chemicals to have to try and get the floor surface clean.
You do have your mop and bucket here.
I do. I'm going to do the black tiles in a minute.
Quite an expensive one. I paid about £40 for one of those.
How many?
About 40 quid.
You're
These,
joking?
yeah, for that exact, I've got that exact mate. It might be 30 now. I don't know. When I bought it, it was 40. Might have had an extra head or something.
What about scuff marks on
Oh,
your
yes,
wooden floors? You see, the thing is, now if you've got really bad marks on the floors, just hold the steam over just for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Because what it does, it starts to dissolve the dirt that's down there.
But also, you don't need to buy disinfectants. You don't
No.
need to buy your bleach.
Not at all.
Because this
No.
does essentially well, I can't say it does the same thing because it does it differently. But the effect is the same. It kills the blooming germs. But without the harsh bleaches that your pets might be walking over, or your kids, if you've got toddlers crawling around, you know, well, I suppose they wouldn't be crawling, toddlers, but what does the crawling? Babies, that's the one.
Yep.
Oh! Eee.
You see, it's starting to fill up now with the dirt. And
Well, what do you do once it's all full?
Well, when it's all full, you put it in the washer, you wash it, no fabric conditioner, because that stops absorbency. I always wash mine on a good 60 degrees, give them a really good clean, and they're ready to go again. I mean, these cloths are really superior.
You get two, don't you?
You do.
You can buy extra.
Yes.
But to be honest, you know, you can have one you're using and one that's you're washing, and you can swap them around.
Yeah,
But if you want some
absolutely.
extras, if you're doing large surface areas. By the way, really nice kind of gold tone aluminium.
I want to say it's aluminium.
Pole. Everything here is, I'm not going to touch it because it's hot, but the boiler's in there. It's in there. Because it's patented, no other steam mop on the market can use this technology. And because this is what we consider to be the vastly superior technology, that means that any other steam mop your hard-earned money can buy is only going to do a worse job, potentially, than this one.
Just
Let me show you around the home.
hang on a second.
Okay.
Just a
Yeah, hold your horses, everyone. Come on
Just
now.
a second.
Yeah.
Right. You saw that, how I just took the pole out, how easy that is. That now allows you now to do your worktops, okay?
Cooker hoods, tiles,
Cooker hoods, yep.
bathtub. Lovely
Absolutely.
toy.
Anything around the home. You can even do your windows with it if you wanted to. You can also do your shower enclosure as well, the doors.
Oh, the shower screens, because then
The
it'll get
shower
rid of all the
screens.
limescale
Yeah,
and all that
absolutely. So you've got a small, very good for patio furniture.
Oh, yeah.
So you can take it outside and use the patio.
Maybe the old lounge chairs are coming out. If you,
Yeah,
if you've got 'em.
absolutely, and you can clean all that. Also, the covers that we put on, you know, the cushions and things like that, you can actually refresh.
Can't you use it on your bed to help kill dust mites?
Mattresses, yep, you can
mattresses,
use it,
I meant.
yep, on your mattresses. Again, you can use it on that, and because it makes it into a
Look
short
at how much,
one,
and there's no water coming in.
No, not at all.
No drips.
Nope. Yeah, I have to say,
Just
it's
steam.
extremely well done. Now, the part here where the filter is,
Yeah.
any of your limescale and things like that, the impurities, it actually filters it out before it gets anywhere near the boiler.
Yeah, so here's the tank. By the way, can we just
Yep.
show? So you undo this
Yep.
little lug, if I can do it.
Yep.
You get a filling bottle with it.
You do.
You literally put it in, squirt the water in, bunch of fingers. That then gets sucked up through the handle. This is the patented bit. Goes through the cartridge. Even in London, in really, really hard water area, you probably get about 6 months use out of that. If you're in a soft water area, a year or more. Then it gets shot down, basically the tube, if it were there,
Yes.
into the head. And
There's the boiler.
Boiler's right. It's actually one. And so every head you buy, whether it's the rectangular one, well, this comes with it, the triangular one, the round deck head, or the extra large rectangular head. They all have a boiler inside. That's why they are the price they are. But then you've got all these settings here, haven't you?
That's why it's called the Optimus 3, because there's 3 settings. You've got turbo.
Yep.
So if you're going to use it on the carpet, then I would use turbo, because that increases
Hold it
the
nice and still
steam,
for us,
okay?
Yep.
But if you were going to use it just...
I tried to grab it, but I would have, if I'd missed, it would have been very inappropriate.
Would it?
Yes.
You'd have had your other toe broken. And then on this one is your eco. That's if you want just a whisper of steam.
Whisper of
A
steam.
whisper of steam. You do not alter the temperature. The temperature stays the same regardless.
Yeah, exactly. The power settings don't change. If they change the steam temperature, it wouldn't kill the germs.
Exactly.
It's just the amount of steam. Right. So here's the filly bottle. This is my friend Phil. Fill my bottle, and so you squeeze it straight out the tap into the system. Here is the triangular head that you will see demonstrating. If you've got really, really big, dirty stains like that, you'd use it on turbo. But remember, it's not just cleaning, it's dry. It finishes dry. Now, your rectangular head will do exactly the same here. Now, the triangular head, of course, as you'll see in a moment, if you do want to buy that separately, you're still going to come in at less than we charge for this for the whole package, I believe. But you can see they're both highly maneuverable, but this, here you go, is very good at getting into the corners and up at the skirting boards and things like that. So it's use case scenario. If you've got a big, horrible mess, and it's sticky or greasy or oily or fatty, then just put the mop on top of it, let the steam emulsify it, melt it, break it down, and then away you go. It's quick, it's easy, it's chemical free, it's odor free, and it means that you save an absolute fortune on cleaning products. When you're done, rip it off, throw it into the washing machine, or you can place it gently, entirely up to you. And just a regular, 30, 40 degree wash, no fabric softener. Remove the pole. Here's your rectangular head. That's the word I was looking for. And again, this patented technology where the boilers are in the heads means you can do all your flat surfaces and larger surface areas. If you put it on turbo, this is a great way to look. The splashback on the, behind your hob. Cooker hoods and things like that. But then you put the carpet glider on and now you're gliding around your carpets. If you've got pets that offend anywhere, then this will completely denature the urine, clean it all up, get rid of the bacteria, get rid of the smell, but also prevent them from reoffending. Outside, inside. You can use this in both places. Now that lights, that's your eco mode, just a light going over. What you're doing there is just killing all the germs, or 99.9%. Light stain, use it on normal mode. If you've got a really heavy stain, or if you're going to use it on a pet bed or something like that, or a mat, then you want to go for your turbo. You get the 2 cloths included, you get the water bottle, you also get a little spannery tool for taking the cartridge out.
You
You get 1 cartridge, and what am I missing? Oh, and you get the carpet glider as well. All of that for $59.99. What's the average price of a bottle of Dettol or something like that?
I honestly, I wouldn't know.
£3-4?
Is that how much it is?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're great. The one thing I will say about, and could I use them? But the one thing I will say about chemicals, particularly chemicals you put on the floor, they do tend to dry sticky, don't they? Or
They do.
They can attract more dirt.
That's what happen. I mean, we've all walked on a floor after we've cleaned it and thought, oh, I feel like I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Well, yes, you are, because the chemicals will leave a sticky residue behind.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what happens then, if you're sticking to it, that means that the dirt's sticking to it as well.
Yeah. And again, I'm not knocking any of those brands.
No.
They're all great. They have their place.
No.
But if you prefer to basically clean chemical free,
Yep.
and then this is the solution. This is the answer. You will never have to buy another chemical floor cleaner when you use this.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is brilliant around the home, this, isn't it?
Well, I mean, the thing is, we spend on average.
No, let me show you.
Oh,
So you hold the top, and then
I
you do this,
see.
and it's-
I
broken
see. Oh, look.
Flash.
That's good. Does it come with the instructions?
No, it comes with me.
Oh, that's all right
I
then.
provide the instructions.
So, the first time you take this out the packet and you put it into the water, that's when it's clean.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So the minute you've done that, you've
It's now
picked dirt
dirty.
up.
Yeah.
Okay? And
But now you're spreading it around.
Exactly. And that's what you're doing. And then you're going to put it back into the water and then transfer that dirt back up here and round this
You make
side.
the water dirty, and then from thereafter you're cleaning with dirty water.
Exactly.
And also, look, even no matter how strong a solution you put in there, and we've all done it, it says a capful, and you pour in half the bottle, don't you?
Of course you do.
But then every
course.
time you put dirt back into the water, you don't know if that cleaning solution is killing all those germs. You could just be spreading more germs around the floor.
Absolutely.
Adding germs to places where there weren't even that many germs.
So, with this
And it's
mop,
wet.
okay, we've done dirty floors, we've done carpets, we've done the worktops, we could have done the windows and the shower enclosure, and we're still using the same mop.
Yeah.
And every time we touch a surface, we are sanitising.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the triangle one just to show you how this works.
Yeah.
Now
A
we're
lot of
going to
people
go
are going for this as well.
straight over, no smears.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Hold on.
That now has started to dry.
Bev,
smear free.
I can't bend down, but I don't know if you can, but otherwise we'll get off floor. Do you want to show us?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
As you can see, right, I'm going to bend down.
Sorry. Neither of us can bend down. But look, that is completely dry.
Dry. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There it is,
so
look.
that's dry, okay?
Dry.
And that's what I'm saying is, you're not having to go back, polish, thank you, you're not having to sort of go back and wipe all that moisture out. You're not screaming at everybody, keep out the kitchen,
Yeah.
I've just done the floor.
Sure.
But every part of that passover has been sanitised.
Yeah.
The rest is still containing the germs.
But I also, I would never do this. I would never be allowed to do this on television. But
Okay.
if I were allowed and you said, let's just, towel dry that, eat your dinner off it, I wouldn't, because I'd probably get very sick.
Yes.
If you said to me right now, you've gone across that with the Optimus, eat your dinner off that.
Yes.
I would.
Yeah.
Because 99.9% of that. Do you know the other thing with cleaning chemicals? Mm-hmm. And you may not know this, and I don't mean to sound patronising here. Read the instructions on the bottle, because often you have to leave the
I
chemical
never realised
down
this.
5 to 7 minutes.
I know, I never realised, because I don't use it,
Yeah.
I never realised this at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so simple system that quite honestly, it's unbelievable. The fact is that water heated to a specific temperature is going to kill 99.9% of germs. But also, not only that, it will kill viruses, salmonella. It's all been, tested on these things. I can't stand here and say this unless it has.
No, of course.
But obviously, I'm just using water. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. It's better for me, it's better for the environment. You're not
For your kids, for your pets,
yeah,
for you.
everything. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I just ask you something, ladies? Well, in fact, I'll ask you in a minute when we've seen this. Again, the triangular head is separate. If you want to get that separately, you can. Details are on the bottom of the screen, usually $39.99 down to $29.99. So, in actual fact, what we've done, because when we had this package with it included, it was $99.99. So in other words, with the triangular head and with the main kit, you're not paying any more than you would have done if you bought the whole package as we originally presented it. The only reason we separated them is because a lot of people actually said, well, why do we need two heads? And many preferred the rectangular one. So now you have a choice. However, as I say, $59.99 without the triangular head if you don't need it. If you want it, and you get it, you're still going to be paying exactly the same price that we featured this for all the time since it's launched, which is $99.99. So you're still quids in. And by the way, the retail price for the package we're offering today with the triangular head is $199.99. So and our normal price, they're normally 50 quid, the extra heads. We normally have them for 40. We've got them for 30 tonight. So in other words, you are saving all around, whichever way you look at it. Hard floors, tile, carpet. What I want to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the following. Oh, and actually somebody's just gone for an extra large head as well. I don't think we have and a decking one too. Many people going for the triangle as well. I like the triangle one because it can get into corners, but I also like the rectangular one because it's good for large surfaces. If you've got tiles in your bathroom, you can literally not only clean your tiles, the whole bathroom in a few minutes, but you're also sanitizing. So you're killing up to 99.9% of germs completely, almost instantly. So by the time you've gone over it, they're dead. None of this spray and wait 7 minutes. Check your bottles, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, if curiosity is getting the better of you right now or in the next few minutes, can I recommend you go to wherever you keep your cleaning products, pick if you have a cleaner that it kills germs and bacteria, the ones that say up to 99.9%, read the instructions on the back. I guarantee you that they will say you should spray and leave that chemical there for, in some cases, it's 5 minutes. I've seen as high as 7 before you wipe it off. Have you ever done that? I haven't. You spray and wipe. But if you had to spray down all your surfaces and wait 7 minutes and then go back and wipe them, you probably wouldn't even bother. I mean, Or you'd go spray everything again just to be double sure, right? So now you're using twice as much chemical. Steam has been powering many things for many years, and if it can move a train, it can remove a stain. As soon as that steam, 130 degrees, you want to know what's happening to those bacteria and bugs and nasties and what have you, and etc. that may blow in from outside. If you've ever scalded yourself, if you've scalded yourself with water, that's less than 100 degrees, boiling water, 100 degrees or less. If you've ever burned yourself with steam, it is so much worse than scalding yourself with boiling water. I know I've done it a couple of times. And it's a deep penetrating burn that is very ouchy. And that's because the steam coming out of a kettle is maybe 110, 120 degrees. 130 degrees is what's coming out of this. By the time it hits the floor, it's at least 110. So it is rated to be able to almost virtually within milliseconds kill 99.9% of all germs and viruses and bacteria, and also you're denaturing things like certain allergens like dust mites and their droppings if you use it on your mattresses and your pillows and duvets and things like that. Pollen, if that's coming in the house as well, and maybe you suffer from hay fever and what have you. I'm not saying it's a cure for hay fever, but as a doctor once told my mother, because I was very asthmatic and I had dust mite allergies when I was a kid, they said if you remove the allergen from the environment, it can only help, right? You must check out, it's absolutely flying out the door. And I promise you, I said I was going to ask you a question. Here's the question. What's stopping you from buying it? Have you seen some other fancy device out there that maybe claims to do the same thing? Have you seen maybe a portable steam cleaner in the past? Maybe it looks pretty and, It's not going to be as good as this, probably, more than likely, because this has 2 patents on it, and one of the patents is, I do have a spare head here. See here, inside there, the little rounded bit at the top, the lump, that's the boiler. The triangular one has one too. The rectangular one has, both the rectangular ones, right? So this literally is heating the water into steam right at the floor, right at the surface, wherever it's cleaning. It's so well made, this. We'll show you, we'll do a little deconstructing of one shortly. It's so well made, I promise you that for 60 quid, and you can spread the cost over 3 months interest free as well, of 22.31, that's how much would you normally, how many cleaning products would you normally spend £60 on? And how long would they last? Now, don't worry about how long they'll last, because they're a thing of the past with this. Should we talk about the extra heads?
Yes, absolutely. You see, the thing is with this mop, okay, it was designed so you can add to it. Yeah. Because when you buy something, modular. Let's say you buy a mop with a triangle head on, and then probably a few months down the line you think, oh, I could do with a bigger head, but then I've got to buy the whole thing again.
I think that frequently.
Well, yeah.
But then people tell me my head's big enough.
Actually, yeah. So, but with this, you've got the body. All you need to do is add the heads to it. Now, this is your triangular one that we've got. I like this one. I find this so easy to use. I like the fact is I can get underneath the dining room table.
Does the extra head come with pads?
Yes, it comes with 2 pads.
Oh, so each separate head also has pads?
Each separate head has 2 pads.
Yep.
Wash them first before you use them, because it kicks off the absorbency. Now, this one, I've used this spring.
Yeah.
The quality of this is unbelievable. This is your decking brush, right? But not to be satisfied with just the decking brush.
Before you put it on, comes with,
comes with the circle pads, because you can use this as a floor one if you want to as well.
Bev,
okay? Yeah.
That is not chintzy, rubbishy, cheap plastic. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like a Bakelite. It's not.
Well, feel the weight of that.
It's premium plastic.
Absolutely.
The highest quality plastic you can get, kind of thing.
Okay. Look at the bristles on that.
Yeah.
That is quality. Now,
that's a right old scrubber.
It is. Now, I scrubbed my patio with this. Makes it a lot easier than using a pressure washer, I might tell you. And the fact is, it didn't it didn't damage the patio. You know, the grouting in between?
Oh, yeah. So crazy paving.
Crazy
patio
paving.
slabs, decking.
Yep,
all of the above.
absolutely.
Even a concrete floor.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're going to paint your garage floor, which some people do,
Great.
okay?
Yeah, sure.
You can clean it first.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier
Oh, wait,
to paint.
can we do that again?
Okay.
Go on.
Right.
Sorry.
So all you need to do, there's a
hold
little
on.
bit. All
Hold on.
right, okay then.
Let's start from scratch.
Right,
I'm just
okay.
going to hold this
You
up
hold that, right?
here.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Little button just there.
Yeah, pull the button
okay.
down, go on
Pull that down.
And then
okay.
Go
on. Wait a minute. There you go. Too many
cooks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That then it unscrews. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you take that part off.
Pull it off.
Okay. This one now fits onto there.
Yeah.
Hold it still. Then stop wiggling it about.
Sorry.
Tell you, can't get the stuff, can you, these days? There we go. And then you take it all the way through up to the top.
I think you turned it the wrong way. Lefty-loosey.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Righty-tighty.
Tell you.
But listen, yeah.
Look, it's already cut up to temperature. You see? Don't go mad.
It's not on, that's what. It's not on right. There we are.
There it is. You,
See, you
don't
can't hear
need
it
to
click.
over-tighten. Yeah, but you don't need to over-tighten it.
No, I wouldn't.
See, honestly. Kiss it. Just can't get the stuff these
We've worked
days.
together too long, haven't we?
We have done,
we're like
yes.
squabbling siblings.
We,
This is what my son David and I are like.
More like husband and wife, do as you're told.
It's too tight. Will you loosen it? I like
Right.
it tight. Well, I like it loose.
Shut up a minute. You can either have it on normal, okay?
Yeah.
If it's really bad,
Yeah.
you could put it on turbo.
Right.
Right, okay? I tell you, honestly.
I love it.
But that's how easy, because the steam is so powerful.
If I'm naughty, will you spank me? Is
Yeah, I will.
that a promise?
I'll give you a good hiding all over.
Come on now. It's
Now,
a
I
family
forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, it'll come back to you.
Yeah, it will. It will. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to do the hard work. The steam does it for you. And it's very good at getting rid of those black spots off the patio.
Yes.
I don't know what they are. Is it acid rain?
Mould, mildew,
Ooh, look
some
at
sort of
that.
bacteria.
But if you notice, the bristles aren't bending all over the place. They're staying rigid, so they're doing the work. But also, they're getting in between
Yeah.
the patio where all that the weeds collect.
But as you say, you've got your hook and eye fastening on the bottom. You can take the brush off.
Yeah.
And you can use the round cloths, and there is a lot to be said for a circle.
Yeah.
You know, it's great for cleaning. There are different
Tables.
Tables, yeah.
Chairs.
Now, if you want an extra wide one, folks, this is it brand new today? Is it? This must be on Freeview. I've presented this with you before.
No, it's a new one.
Is it?
Oh, and you know, later on, they're bringing out a floor polisher. Oh, that's what I say, you see. You just want this part, and then you can add to it.
You buy the main bit, and then you add.
You can add what you like.
Look, can I show you the quality of this? I mean, it is so good. Oh, yeah, there we go. It opens that way. I'm sure I've presented this, but look at, you see, you've got all these teeth out along the top, and that just locks into everything about this is. The tightenings are superior. You'll see, because Rich, our camera operator, is a master of optics, and you'll see, and videography. You'll see there are 3 prongs. Those are for your electric. So, and they go through the pole and into the main system. So that's what powers it. But then at the top, you've got a little hole, and that is your jet. That's where the water goes. So it comes out the top. It's forced down into the bottom. The boiler's inside, and then, yes, Bev?
Can you see where the steam is all the way along here? Can you see these ridges?
Yeah.
They are...
Is it ridged for your cleaning ability?
To dissipate the steam.
Right.
Okay, so the steam just doesn't come out like that. It goes all around these channels.
Right.
So when it's cleaning whatever surface, it's not just that part that's cleaning, it's the
The
whole
whole thing, yeah.
thing.
And again,
Clever,
it comes
isn't
with
it?
2 cloths too. I like this. If you, do you know what this is? It's got enough grunt to be used in professional commercial cleaning, I would think, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
I would say so, yeah.
Cleaners.
Yeah.
Because think if you've got a cleaning company, how much money you'll save by not using chemicals.
Yeah.
And a lot of, I've noticed when I've gone hunting for cleaners, that a lot of companies now do offer a chemical-free cleaning.
Yeah.
They use these sort of like organic, kind of like, things that just don't really do a very
Still
good
costly.
job. Still cost money.
Yeah.
This, you don't need anything except what comes right out of your tap.
Exactly. And it
You're a
doesn't matter
wizard,
what
Harry.
comes out of your tap, whether it's full of lime scale, because this has a filter which filters the water before it gets anywhere near the boiler. So therefore, if you've got really hard water, this is the mop that you want, because it takes it out before it gets anywhere near it.
I promise you, 60 quid will barely get you a takeaway for 2 these days, or maybe 3. But this will be in your cupboard or wherever you decide to store it for months, if not years. And it is it's your germinator. It's killing germs. It's killing bacteria. It's getting rid of nasty nifs. It's grooming your carpet. It's making your floors not only clean and sanitary, but also it leaves them virtually dry, and they dry within no time at all. It's worth every penny of that £60. I don't know of another product for £60 that does as much as this. Oh no, that's not true actually. Well, it doesn't do as much as this, but it does do a very good job. And that is our Gurmy iron. We now have more people trying to order it than we have stock available. Gurmy is a very, very well-known Italian company. They've been producing small appliances for the home for over 100 years. There is only one of the spare cartridges left as well if you want it. Now, this is a show special, but it's one of these weird things. We've never done this before. We don't have it here. We're not going to demonstrate it because we didn't have enough stock. The stock didn't arrive in time. We were going to do a big splash on this. It was going to be, like a big hurrah. But for whatever reason, the stock didn't land. I don't know. I don't get it. That's above my pay grade, as they say. So we only had a handful of them. So we thought, well, let's do it anyway. We were all dressed up. We might as well go to the party, right? So Bev, for $59.99, people at home are now getting a fully fledged, full fat, full chat, bona fide, real, actual steam generator iron, where the steam is generated separately from the iron and forced at pressure through the iron.
3 bar
60
pressure.
quid.
I know, 3 bar pressure. 100 grams per minute that's pushing out. 1.5 litres of
Look at that.
water. So you're not having to keep filling it, but if you do, you don't have to wait for it to cool down. You can add water to it while you're ironing. Also, it's a self-cleaning iron. So again, if you live in a hard water area, it has a filter that sits inside it.
Yep.
Filters out the impurities, but also gets rid of the lime scale that gets at the back of the plates.
Does that have anything to do with it?
Yes, that's your filter. That's where it sits in there. Easy to do maintenance-wise. Just click it into place. You've also got a temperature dial on the iron.
And it's a cooler plate, isn't it?
It's a cooler plate, but I iron, when I've had it using it at home, you put it on maximum and I iron everything on there. But you can also use it as a dry iron if you want to. So if you do dressmaking, you can use it.
Transfers,
Yep,
t-shirts.
absolutely. Yep,
Cable
vertical
tying.
lining.
Vertical lining, yeah.
Yep, you can put everything on a hanger. And
I use, honestly, my dry cleaning, because dry cleaning is expensive these days. And I think I pay about £20 a suit, something like that. But I will steam my jackets for quite some time before they get grubby.
Absolutely.
And that, because that's what you can do with one of these irons.
Yes.
It's so different. It's so different to a regular iron.
You've got a 2-year warranty on it.
warranty,
Yeah, which
yeah.
is fantastic.
You've got to check out, though, we have so many more people trying to order it than we actually have stock available. If you can and would and do and will and are going to take my word for it, ladies and gentlemen, right now I can tell you that this, honestly, when you get this home and you realise you've only paid 60 quid for it, when you see it, the quality, when you use it, touch it and feel it and actually do some ironing with it, you are going to think that we lost our freaking minds with that price. $179.99 at Advanced Homewares, $175 at On Buy. Now, the spare cartridge, gone, I'm afraid. Sorry, that is now sold out. We will try and get it back. The iron itself is about to go red as well. So it was supposed to be until 3 a.m. You've got 1 hour and 26 minutes and 34, 3, 2, 1 seconds to check out on the iron, but it won't last that long. It is literally, we're down to the last handful. For something, again, for a TV show, we're just showing you pictures because just things change. We moved with the punches, we pivoted, you know, but we didn't want you to miss out on the opportunity. So if you don't check out, you're going to miss out on the opportunity. So instead of missing out on the opportunity, buy it. Just a suggestion. Right.
Okay, down to the mop. I think this is an ingenious idea, quite honestly, because again, instead of having to keep buying different mops for different things, because let's face it, space is a premium, you know, and you want one mop that's going to do lots of things.
Yeah.
That's what this one will do. You can actually use it to do the worktops, you can do the kitchen cupboards, you can do the extractor fan, you can also do the shower enclosure, you can do all the floors. It will even do the sealed wooden floors. Now you're getting one head with it, but the idea of this mop is, because the business end, if you like, is all in the head, the boiler, you can interchange the heads as you wish. So you could buy the extra triangle one.
Yeah.
I would recommend you have the patio one, because that was absolutely brilliant.
Unless you live in a flat.
Sorry?
Well, I live in a flat. So.
Do you live in a flat? Yeah. Oh, well, you can come and do my patio.
If I used the patio one, I'd fall out the window.
Well, yeah, but you can come and do my patio.
Certainly,
yeah,
be happy to.
There you go.
Yes.
So you've got that. You can also do your patio furniture with it. But further down the line, they're in the process at the moment of making a floor polisher. Amazing. So that'll clip onto the bottom. So really buying just the one mop at this ridiculously low price, which you can keep adding to it. Go on then.
Shh, don't tell him. Okay. Until the mop with the polishing one comes out, what if people did want to put maybe some wax on their floors? What do they do?
Shall I tell you?
No, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Okay. You get some beeswax from the supermarket. Right. You put a little bit on the cloth underneath, and then you steam that beeswax through onto your floor, and that'll polish it. But it also sends a beautiful smell around your home.
Right. Okay. So.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell
no. Okay. Bye.
Now, can I? Hi. Sorry, we're back. We were just having a little sidebar. I've been in a front bar all week. Now, can I just apologise? I had a little holiday.
That's another show.
I apologise for the Guinness shortage in the UK. May I try something?
Oh, you don't like that stuff, do you? Honestly.
No, that's why I'm trying to rid the world of it.
Oh, good.
So, Bev, will it mess you up, or the floor managers? I'll ask them too. Because I want to...
Them too. They're nearly asleep.
So look, we've got dirt here, real dirt. It's the same dirt both sides. What if I had a go at the dirt there with the mop? Then you would you mind if we do that?
No, do it that way. You do the steam mop.
I want to show that a mop's rubbish.
I know. Well, I can do that.
All right, well, you do the rubbish bit on the end.
I'll do the rubbish bit. You do that. Yeah.
Right.
Why not?
Hold on.
Okay.
You see, the whole night has been what I like to refer to as planned spontaneity.
I've got to work out how I've got to do this. Hang on a minute.
Should I show you how to... That's why I...
Oh, hang on.
You've got to hold the tip.
Oh.
Grab it.
Hold the what? Oh, that. Right.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. Right. Look at all this water on the floor. Right, what side am I doing? This?
You're going to do that side. Well,
go on then.
You go first. Go on then. Aren't you going to need to redo it?
Yeah, I am. Oh, dear.
Oh, you're splattering all over the edge.
Oh, you see now it's smearing, so I'm going to have to go and do that again.
It's also, going to have to, because it's a bit dirty.
Right, hang on a minute.
I'm just going to do...
Oh, look at the colour of this water.
And can you see how wet it is?
Oh, no, I've got all the what? Tip. Oh.
I'm just waiting for my green lights to come on. Right, my green lights have come on.
Can't be doing this. Faff about. You done yours yet? How much for this mop?
I paid £40 for it.
£40? I wouldn't give them 40 pence.
I'm done, I'm finished. Oh, and by the way, my one, I can't bend over because of my hernia, but I
can't bend over. I've got a fractured.
You come and help me pick it up. I can't pick it up.
Do you know?
Come on, Dave.
They told me at the hospital last week I've got a fractured
Hold it up. No,
L12 vertebrae.
Thank you. Dry. Oh no, wait, dry. Dave, go put it on the other side where Bev was doing.
That bit there.
Give it a good schmutz down.
Come on, darling, put your back into it. Oh yeah.
It's now soaked, isn't it?
Soaked, look at that. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. Also, Bev, I hate to say it, but
Beautiful hair. Yeah, sorry.
well, you didn't leave your chemicals down for 5 to 7 minutes, so it hasn't actually killed the germs.
No, I've just spread mine around.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And the germs too.
And the road, yeah, absolutely. You be careful, I've got a mop in my hand.
I'm just going to finish off here and do the. This is the thing. You don't. There's no grace required.
Can you come weekends?
Single-handedly, you can just go around and.
Have you noticed though?
What?
Just show that mop head a second. Right, look how dirty that mop head is.
Yeah.
If that was transferring dirt, they're white tiles. They would be smeared.
They would be.
Would they not?
I've
But they're
killed
not.
99.9% of the germs, including in the grouting as well.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as basically pulling the trigger. You'll know, if you look at the head, you'll know when it's ready to go because the green lights will come on. Takes literally, what, 60, not even 60 seconds. There you go, they're on.
25
so now,
seconds.
it's now producing, see all that steam
Yeah.
that it's producing? That, the second you touch a surface, that is now.
Let me get that up because I don't want you to go and break your other toe.
I'm just kidding. I was exaggerating.
Yeah, look at that.
Apparently, you break your toes all the time. You don't always.
Hey,
realise
do you know how I
I
broke
really
mine?
walloped mine. How?
I opened top shelf,
Yeah.
bottle of shampoo, but a big bottle of shampoo, fell off and dropped straight on my toe and broke it.
Now, we have a question about the cloths. They are machine washable. What, 40 degrees?
Well, no, I'd put 60.
Oh, 60.
Thursday, yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
no fabric softener.
No fabric conditioner,
Yeah.
60 degrees I would use on those.
Comfort 2, can you buy extra?
You can buy extra. In fact, to be quite honest, buy extra because when you get home you'll be finding places to clean.
Can I also say, will
Yes.
you show us your bottom, Bev? You
Must
know
I?
what I mean. You know what I mean. Now, I know that is really
Once seen,
disgusting.
never forgotten. Yeah, go on.
I know that's disgusting, but the microfiber holds it in. But also, because 130 degree steam has gone through that, it's sanitized. So you're not smearing germs around anywhere. And we do
Absolutely.
have spare cloths available. You can buy them in packs of 2, I believe. Details are on the bottom of the screen to the right for the rectangular ones. But if you go to shopontv.co.uk, click on the show page, and in fact, we'll show you. If you go here, click on live on air. That will, evidently our YouTube feed isn't working tonight. Does that director know about that, Mr. Director? Our YouTube feed isn't working on the website. See, as you can see, it's not. So there is everything on the show. So there are your pack of 2. You've got them for the triangle, for the rectangle, for the. Oh, well, it does look square. It's just a photo, that one in the middle there. They are actually rectangular, and you've got the round ones, and you've got the decking ones as well. Well, those are the round ones. Plus the spare cartridges if you want them. We've also got the D-Power, which is a fabulous vacuum cleaner. We may show you that later if we've got time. And you've also got the Fuerza Fix. Fuerza means force in Italian.
Yeah.
And that stuff is forceful.
Is it good?
It's very good. It's brilliant. It's the best glue I've ever used. There are only 2 things that it doesn't stick, and one of them is the material the bottle's made out of, so it doesn't stick to the bottle.
I know, isn't that clever?
So, Kathy, hi Kathy, how are you doing? Thank you
Hi, Kathy.
for messaging. She wants to know, is it going to make carpets wet, and
No.
how long does it take them to
No.
dry?
Super dry heated steam, Kathy, so therefore literally there's a small amount of moisture, and to be completely aired, I'd say 20 minutes, half an hour in winter. This time of year, literally instant. Also, you've got a nice long cable, 5 metres long.
That's great. You shouldn't
Okay.
have to unplug it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
And it's superheated dry steam. So how long does the average filter last?
In this?
Again, it depends on your hard water and how hard your water is.
It does.
Go on. 6 months in London,
Well,
no problems.
we've been using the mops down in London, obviously, and I haven't replaced the filter yet. So it depends on how often you use it. You might use it every day, and so therefore your filter will not last as long.
It's a bit like how long is a piece of string?
It is, yeah, it's very difficult to say. It's not something that fills up very, very quickly, I have to say. I mean, mine, I've got sort of medium to soft water where I live, and I have to say I've still had mine over a year now.
How do you know when it needs changing?
It will go very, very dark.
Yeah.
You will see it. It goes this colour virtually straight away, but it will go very, very dark when it needs changing.
You'll know.
You'll know. You'll know.
So another question that just came in from somebody.
Anybody think we knew what we were doing?
Lou wants to know if it can strip wallpaper, will it be too powerful for real wood like parquet flooring? Now, your parquet floor, depending on how long that parquet floor's down, because up until a certain time, they used a glue what steam would melt. But if your parquet floor is fairly recent, then they changed over, therefore so
the glue's fine.
If it's,
Just check with your manufacturer.
What about, because there are laminates and there are more affordable alternatives to wooden flooring, and they're not always fully sealed. Is this going to be an issue with those? Are you going to get curled?
You need to have a sealed wooden floor.
Must be sealed.
Okay, 110 degrees, it's hot, but the beauty of it is it's not necessarily the heat that does the damage. It's a lot of steam mops over wet the floor, and the water gets in between the joints, and that's what causes the damage. This is super dry heated steam. So as you saw,
dry steam.
Superheated. Well, you know what?
Sorry, I don't mean to correct you, but
it's fine, do, because I have to glue what.
We have to be accurate. You see, we're ITV.
Of course you do. Yes, of course.
Some shoddy shopping channel, you know.
No, shut up a minute. Because I haven't a clue what I'm saying. So therefore, so it doesn't get in between the joints and literally lift the floor up. That's what I've done.
I've been off for 10 days. I'm full of words that need to come out.
Oh, good. Yeah, so am I. The one or two
Bev,
words. Yes.
I'm going to shut up. I'm literally going to shut up. You're going to tell everyone. Say what you see.
What am I doing? Oh, right, okay. Well, as you can see, this is where we're going to put the water in, normal tap water. You don't have to buy those de-iodinized waters because of your filter system that you've got. You can use your triangle brush, which will get into corners nicely. Also exceptionally good for getting underneath the dining room table and round the chairs. Also, you have got the rectangular one as well, which it comes with the carpet glider and everything else. You've also got super dry heated steam, or whichever way round.
Dry steam.
Yeah, that one. And you can use it on sealed wooden floors. You can also use it on your carpet because it's got a carpet glider that it comes with. So you can refresh, revitalise your carpet, but also think about cleaning your mattresses as well. It's not just a floor mop, so you can sanitise your mattresses, because how else would you clean those? Also, you're going to help to remove the pollen that comes into the house. Do your curtains, steam the curtains. When you've cleaned everything, just put your cloths into the washer, let them be washed, and that way you've no fabric conditioner, that'll stop the absorbency. So therefore you can interchange the head, because this is what this mop is about. You are buying the body, and you can then add to as it goes along. In the future, they're going to bring out a floor polishing head. You've now got a patio cleaning head. So therefore you can add to it. So you're buying just the one mop, and you are making it individual to you. Whether you want the rectangular head, the triangular head, the patio head, or in the future, the polishing head. It's entirely left to you. And that's what I like about this mop. It's designed for what your needs are, not for what the manufacturer thinks you might need.
Done?
Yeah, I'm going home now.
See, everyone wants me to shut up until I actually do.
Oh, I don't want you to shut up.
No, I know. It's been very, very busy. Just a quick reminder, it's stock or clock. You've got an hour and 12 minutes or 11 minutes, but we've now got almost 3 times as many people trying to order the iron as we have stock left, and we only have literally a baker's dozen and a couple extra left to go round. So the first, I don't know, 10, 15 people to check out now will actually get the Gurmy steam generator ironing system for $59.99. It's $179.99 at Advanced Homewares. It is $175 at onbuy.com. We have it not for $99.95. That's our usual price. We've slashed it. We've gone ashy slashy on the price. $59.99, but only for an hour and 11 minutes and counting. This iron will self-destruct in 1 hour, 11 minutes and counting. Boop, boop, boop. It's a computer.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leslie's designing new sort of animations that were,
Oh,
the end of
clever.
the show, she wants a big explosion.
Does she?
She does, yeah.
She might get what she wishes for this tonight.
We'll pull it out of the budget.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
No.
No.
What
Okay.
budget? Budget? No. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the... Oh, hello. What's going on here?
Just showing you that it's standing.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Poultry Force Aspira D-Power SR500 cordless 2-in-1 vacuum cleaner. I'm turning very C3PO with turbo brush.
It's also the one I use at home.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
My little one. Well, it's got a little trick up its sleeve.
That's it now.
Okay, yes.
That's what we all love.
Aren't we all? Hang on a minute. There we go. Right. That's on normal, okay?
Yeah.
Pretty strong. Look at the front of that. Pulls it in before it gets anywhere near it, okay? That's how powerful it is. Then we have turbo mode.
Right.
Okay? Gets a bit more fancy then. But look at that. Fantastic. But this is the one I love. Auto. Okay?
Yes.
So, did you hear that?
I did.
Yes.
Did it go and do it itself?
It did it itself. And when it's satisfied that it's got all that dirt up that we can't see, it will then go back to its normal thing. And it's saving.
It did it!
It did it!
Ooh!
Yes! Look at that!
I really need to get out more.
You do. But what happens is it's actually saving. There you go. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh yes.
Oh, are you happy?
Yes. Happy. Hang on.
Oh.
No, it's not happy. There's dirt there. You see, when you're underneath the settee in places like that, you can't see normally the dirt. This can. And it detects where it is, and if it needs to increase the power, it does it automatically. And also it helps to save the battery life because you're not wasting it, having it on maximum.
It's regulating the battery, isn't it? It knows when it needs the extra power.
Exactly.
You don't have to do the guesswork.
No.
It does it for you.
Isn't that
Amazing.
brilliant?
Now, it's a motorised head as well. It's a brilliant system. It's got the cyclonic action.
Cyclonic action. 4-stage filtration. HEPA filter. Washable. Also, you've got aluminium pole, so it makes it lightweight, but also makes it strong.
Yeah.
You can use it as a handheld one.
Aha.
Okay?
Yes.
So you've got handheld.
It's also very attractive.
High to reach areas. Low down round the corner.
So if you can't bend because you have an umbilical hernia like me.
No, I've got a fractured vertebrae.
Have you?
Yeah, L12.
Are we comparing injury?
L12 apparently.
Yeah.
They told me last week. They said, "Oh, did you know?" I said, "No, I didn't."
Probably all the selling vacuums for so many years.
Probably.
Look at that, really is good on carpet.
Isn't that brilliant? Absolutely. And the thing is, I'm not going like this, trying to get
it's
it.
doing the work, not you.
Exactly. That's what we like.
It's not so loud it's going to wake the neighbours or the
No.
pets, you know.
Well, I've got an indoor cat and I've also got an outdoor cat. But the indoor cat, I think she thinks she has to escort me each room and she'll walk at the side of it.
Well, really?
Yeah, she does.
Does she?
Yeah, she does. She follows.
supervises.
Yeah, I think
They
she.
say dogs have owners, cats have staff.
Yeah, That's quite true. Yeah, I just pay the mortgage. The thing is, she follows it. I don't know why, but it doesn't frighten her, so it can't be.
Now, you know what? Sorry, Bev.
No, I was just going to say...
I'm just looking at the usual price, $328.90.
Yeah.
This is actually a whole bundle. So you also get a crevice tool, which turns into a dusting brush, or vice versa.
Yes,
and you get a separate motorised head that they used to sell separately.
Yes.
But we've included it at no additional charge.
You know what I like with this one as well?
What's that?
It does the bigger pieces as well as the small pieces.
Yes.
Because the cat litter, usually I'm chasing it around the house. But this, I don't have to.
Yeah.
To empty it, I mean, I would say do it in the bin, but I mean, it's entirely left to you.
Bev has done this in her actual house.
I have. Oh dear, I did it one day in the kitchen.
Because you forgot, you thought you were on top.
Yeah, I was just in the zone.
In the zone, yeah.
I was just in the
You're going to
zone.
pick that whole mound up. Oh. Wow. Well, that made light work of that, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Just in case you think that it's not powerful, because
it's called.
I can assure you that it is. 29.5 volt battery,
Right.
40 minutes, up to 40 minutes run time before you need to charge it. It's got a fast charger on, and the beauty of this is you don't have to have the whole unit out if you don't want to charge it. Look, that's all. Oh, so we got a video, yeah.
Do you like doing cat paintings at home as well?
No, she don't.
Because
It's
this
still long
vacuum
enough.
helps you paint better.
Oh, does it? I wish I could paint
No, it
as well
doesn't.
as that.
Apparently that's not true, sorry.
Well, I say, wish I could paint like that. I look more like a spider crawled across the page when I've done everything. But
That's
there
a
you
good
go.
idea, spider painting.
Yeah.
They dipped their legs in paint and just walked across the
I could, yeah. I think
That could be a
I think
thing.
I've got Spider Central at home.
Have you?
At the moment, they all seem to be behind, where the radiator everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, they've all come in and thought, oh, we'll stay here for a bit.
Now, digital motor, I'll explain that in a minute.
Look at that, even on what's name floors, hard floors. Look,
hard
you see,
floors, carpets,
you don't have to bend down and change
lino.
anything. Cat biscuits, brilliant.
Cat biscuits.
Yeah, look at that.
Cat biscuits.
Cat biscuits. The bane of my life. You know what I once did with mine?
I always said you were the cat's biscuits.
Yeah. My bed, it's got like slats on the base, right? Okay, yeah. Right. So I decided one day to turn the mattress over. So I'd prop the mattress up, and I'd got a big dish of cat biscuits, and I spilt them, and of course they went in all under the bed, and I thought, oh my Lord, how on earth am I going to do that? If it wasn't for having this vacuum that I could put that extension pole on and go down every slat and picked all the cat biscuits up.
Yeah.
They'd have still been there.
10% of the stock has already gone.
Really?
So here's the removable battery.
That's your battery. That's all you have to have sitting on the worktop if you want to, and you can charge it independently.
I wanted to just, can I do the science part?
You do the science part, yes.
Because I like a bit of science.
Okay,
I believe in science.
good. I'll get the other bit.
So, what is a brushless motor? Allow me to explain. I was trying to go Heinz Wolf. Remember him? So, a regular motor, I don't think Beth's very interested in what I'm saying here. I'm just... No, so a regular motor used to have metal brushes in it to conduct the electricity between the magnet and the you know, however motors work. But the thing is, when you've got metal on metal, it creates friction. So friction creates heat, but it also slows things down, as you can imagine. So the battery would have to work harder to drive the motor if it was a brushed motor. Take the brushes out. I don't know exactly how they work. I'm not a scientist. You probably hadn't realised that, but I thought I should fill you in. If you take the brushes out, then the battery doesn't have to work as hard. So you get better performance out of the motor, not as much heat, lasts longer, and so does the battery because it's not using as much electricity to drive it. So you kind of win on all fronts. And then that's sort of the latest technology. Most motors these days in new and high quality equipment are brushless, and that's what this has. So it's a sign of its pedigree, isn't it?
Also, brushless means that it's less scatter, because what happens is with brush, it tends to scatter the debris.
Oh, does it?
And also, if you looked under a microscope, you would see fine scratches on certain floors, especially wooden floors, and that's what brushes can do over time.
No, sorry, the brushes are inside the motor. I apologise.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the brush.
No.
Ah,
but what you said is absolutely valid. It's just different from what I was explaining. Inside the actual motor itself, they used to conduct the electricity with metal brushes.
Absolutely,
They would rub as it's spinning.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
have those, so.
Yeah. So
Now
they're
we're
all
totally confused, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's show them what an amazing vacuum this is.
Anybody think it's our first time, wouldn't they? Behave.
I've been off for 10 days.
Brush.
We've been meaning to make an announcement.
Do you want your other toe broke?
Blooming lucky. I've only got 8 left.
Have you, darling?
Well, after the 2 you've already broken. Well, I broke 1.
Oh, you broke 1.
You threatened to break 1, so I've set that aside.
That's 2.
Now there's 2.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay then. Right.
This is we're very busy on this. We should let's be serious, because these good people want to buy a vacuum cleaner.
Okay, right. Now this is your concentrator tool that it comes with. So you've got your crevice tool, and if you press this button, so you don't lose it, because this is something that you would lose, is the extra part is actually fitted on. So that's your dusting one. Yeah. Now, I dust everything with this, even the lampshades and things like that. Well, I do when I think about what I get up to. Anyway, it's another story. But yeah, I dust the lampshades and places like that, because what's the point?
Dust my lampshades.
Yes.
Good.
I mean, what's the point of wiping all that dust? You just move it from one surface to the other. So you might as well use this.
Bev?
What?
What's 2 times 10?
20.
What do you describe something that's out of 100?
Percentage? Why?
Well, put the 2 things together that we just said.
Yeah.
And that's how much stock is left.
Oh, is it?
Gone.
Oh, gone?
20% of the stock is gone, ladies and gentlemen.
Flipping out. I can't hear anything. There we go. That's it.
Just 1 hour to go, Bev. Don't worry, we're almost there. If I'm not careful, I'm going to get one of these.
It's not like a job, you know.
So I'm going to be quiet now. It's a very attractive. Do you need a hand?
It is. Can you get that off there? Because it's new.
I'll hold, you pull.
I'll tell you one thing. Right, so now, nice button, what I do with mine when it's new, thank you.
There you go. Oh, I like that.
Just, you know, furniture polish or wax or something like that. Yes. Just put a little bit of that round there, okay? Click it onto there, and it makes it easier. Because when the
Where do you put the wax? Just
there, like that.
Okay.
Just there.
Can I also show you this? They are powered motors at the end. So again, you have these little electrical connectors that take the electricity down the pole into the head.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, Rich, stay right where you are. There's one of them. And there's your head. But this is different. This has got 3 different types of bristle.
Yes. Different types, floor surfaces, different small particles, medium and large. That's why it picks up things like cat litter very easily.
And why it doesn't scratch. You were saying about scratching, the brush is scratching.
Also, with this here, this strip that goes round, that picks up the fine particles of dust.
Oh, it's
and
like
also,
a velveteen.
It is feels velvet, yeah. Also, pollen and things like that helps to take it in. Also, you've got one on the end here, so if you're like me that likes bashing them into the
skirting boards, yeah.
Well, that helps to protect it. Also, you've got lights on here. Now, you might think to yourself, what on earth do you want lights on a vacuum cleaner?
What earth do you want lights on a vacuum cleaner for?
Well, when I'm doing round the doors and I don't want to put the light on, I can see.
Plus, I could do midnight cleaning and pretend I'm a spaceship.
Could you? Oh, nice rubber wheels as well, so it stops it from scratching the floor.
Good. Can you take the roller out? Does it come out as well?
Yes, all that comes out so you can clean it and wash it. Also, aluminium pole makes it lightweight. 2.3 kilos, the whole lot. But what I like about this as well is that you don't have to press and hold the button.
Oh,
so, dexterity problems, you just switch it on and off. To increase the, because that's on normal on your eco one, okay? Just rest your finger on, it comes on to your maximum. Again, you're on to auto, and that's the one which will regulate itself.
That battery indicator as well?
Yes, is that there? Okay.
Yeah.
Your battery indicator. And to switch it off, you just press the button. Also, this is a filter, this unscrews, and the filter comes out, all washable, I might say. Let me take this out here. I don't know. Now, look at that.
Oh, it's got a load of air.
Oh, just look at that.
Is that your pre-filter?
Yeah. Now, look at this. Are you ready? Okay.
Oh. Body ash. That's not just my body ash.
That's disgusting.
Everyone's.
That
In this
is
whole
disgusting.
Studio.
Where's the... Have you got it?
What are you looking for?
Oh, you've got it.
I've got it. I'm leaning on it. Are you looking for my pole? I have it right here.
Right.
I'm cleaning Gandalf.
Look.
According to Paul.
So now you can use
I'm
this.
not cleaning Gandalf, and I am cleaning Gandalf.
This is on low.
Ah,
Look at that.
that's great. We should be more serious. I do apologise.
I mean, look at that.
I've been away for 10 days. I'm feeling silly.
Isn't that brilliant?
That really, really is.
That is on low.
Let's do it again.
That's not even.
Great for the car, the caravan, the boat, the plane. And, you know,
Hang on.
you need to, also,
Let's put it on turbo.
it stands up on its own. Look at that.
Ooh, look at that. I'm not
look,
even
look.
anywhere near it.
Oh,
Oh, that's your turbo.
something very satisfying about that.
Whee! That's very satisfying, that.
Now, I've said for years and years,
Yeah?
why on earth did people have dusters? Who invented that? I suppose that's all they had before, vacuums.
Oh,
But
would.
dusters just moved. I mean, I remember they moved the duster around. I'll finish a sentence in a. My mum, she used
Yes.
to dust and then vacuum and then sit down for a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Yes.
By which time, all of the dust that was airborne, that had been put in the air from going around doing this on the surface, had all settled again. She's like, I just dusted that.
Yes,
That's all, I
exactly.
remember that vividly from my childhood. So as soon as I got a vacuum cleaner with a dusting attachment, and I always make sure if I buy a new vacuum, it has a proper dusting attachment.
Yeah.
Take the dust out of the environment completely. That's what it's to
Absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
Now, what you got there, Bev?
Right, now this turbo brush is absolutely awesome.
Oh, yes.
Pet beds, brilliant for. But also, if you notice, right, it moves to the shape of what
shall
it's
I use
actually
my
vacuuming.
hand to
Oh, thank you, yes. It moves to the actual...
Not quite what I had in mind, but...
Well, no, not quite.
Never mind.
But, so, let's say like with a chair or something like that, with the buttons, you can actually...
So you don't lose suction?
No, it
Staying in
moves,
contact.
yeah, it stays in contact with it. But it's absolutely awesome for pet beds and getting rid of pet hair, stairs,
Yeah.
yeah,
Often
pillows, anything.
Some places call this the pet brush, don't they?
Yes.
Well, I
you
think
know
it's
that is $49.95 just on its own.
Yeah, I know. It
Again,
still says it on the box. The box used to have a sticker that said sold separately.
yes.
But now we're including this, so you don't have to. So
No.
if you take off the 50 quid that value that potentially is worth, the vacuum's 100 quid.
Yeah. This also comes out, you can see. The brush comes out so you can clean it
Yeah.
as well, keep it nice and clean. But I just think it's so well made. Again, you know, it's got its own motor, so it's all motor driven. It doesn't rely on the airflow because a lot of vacuums that rely on the airflow. What happens is, as the container gets full, the airflow gets less, and so therefore they become less powerful. But with this, it doesn't, because it's driven purely by the motor.
It is a great packet, and then also, look, I know we're having a bit of a laugh. You know, it's ITV and STV after all. Well, you know, a bit of entertainment doesn't ever hurt.
No.
But there is a very serious thing here in terms of the fact that it is first of all, it's from Pulte, so it's phenomenal quality. It's also phenomenal value for money at £149. And by the way, maybe you were thinking to yourself, yes, but what if it breaks down?
Oh.
What would happen then, Beverly?
Oh, well, oh, Beverly. That's my Sunday name.
Beverly.
Yes.
Sorry, it's my Star Trek Next Generation.
Is it all
I'm
right?
Captain
Yeah.
Picard.
My mum only called me that when I'd done something wrong, which was mainly most days. But anyway, if you do have any problems with Pulte, you pick the phone up. They're based in Manchester in this country. They actually come to your home and collect it. They will either exchange or repair it, and they'll get it back to you between 5 to 7 working days.
For free.
for free. That's for 2 years.
2 years.
After that 2 years, the service will remain the same. The only difference being is you would have an estimate for the work to be done.
But the
silver service
it doesn't have to be home. It could be if you wherever
office,
the vacuum is or office.
Yeah.
So you always say silver service. I get that. I think it's platinum service.
Well, probably, yeah, absolutely.
Bev, you did so well
Yeah.
with the video with the Optimus. Would you like to do it again?
Okay.
Yeah, although I'm
I
going to
will.
remind everyone of the iron first, I think. Is that
Oh,
right?
right.
Is that what I'm doing? No, we're going to... Well, no, I got it all wrong. We're going to go straight over back to the Optimus
Oh,
with this
Right.
video. Ow, my broken toe's very painful. Oh, no, this is me thinking I'd get to sit down at some point tonight. No, I'm working with Leslie. She got the whip out, she did. So here you can see all of the amazing things that this vacuum can do. Honestly, it is very good quality. Again, 2-year warranty. And it is powerful. It is efficient. It also, that D-power, it detects automatically what level of suction is required. And that's brilliant because it means that there's no guesswork. There's like, oh, do I need the high power here or low power there? You let the vacuum tell you, guide you, and that's going to help you save your battery. And whether it's hard floors, whether it's carpets, whether it's small chunks or big, handheld or upright, the choice is yours. You have all different options, all those options available to you. But remember, it is a cordless vacuum. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I declare to all of the United Kingdom, everyone in Great Britain, I assure you that now a cordless vacuum cleaner does and will perform with the same efficiency as a corded vacuum. I mean, they really are. I mean, these days, I think most corded vacuums are literally becoming a thing of the past. It's, cordless is the way we're going, particularly as battery technology is improving, and you're getting 40 minutes runtime with that. That whole package, everything there, for £149. And reminding you that we are available at shopontv.co.uk. We have loads going. Now that iron, there's not a lot left of that. And we'll show you that in a moment. But we're coming back to our Optimus and all of the various attachments that you can buy. We literally have single digits left on the steam generator ironing system. And we have dozens of you trying to buy it. Please do yourselves a favour. If you wanted, now I know, I get it, I understand. We're showing you pictures on our website on a television show. That's not what we normally do. We maybe for things we're not featuring during the show. This was supposed to be the main feature of the show, but the stock, unfortunately, did not come in. Floor managers have discovered the depower. The stock did not come in time. And so we thought, well, should we abandon it? And we were like, no, we're all dressed up. Let's go to the party. And what a great deal. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, truly, and actually I'm going to say gentlemen because as well as ladies specifically here, because I am a guy who hates ironing. I really, really can't stand it. But when I got, and I'm not saying that women love ironing and men don't. I'm just trying to say that a lot of single blokes, they'd rather go out in a wrinkled shirt than iron it. But when you get a steam generator iron, it is an absolute pleasure. It obliterates the wrinkles, but it also helps to protect your clothes and maintain the longevity of your clothes. Rather than those horrible handheld irons that get really hot, they can melt your clothes and actually help them to shrink. My shirts after time would shrink somewhat, not from the washing, but from the ironing. And they would get iron shine, that kind of shimmer, which is basically because the fabrics had been melted. And I'd throw them away. I went through several rounds of shirts when I used a regular iron. But when you use a steam generator iron, you're literally ironing on a curtain of steam. But you're also, it doesn't heat up anywhere near as much as a regular iron because it doesn't need the heat, because heat does not get rid of wrinkles, steam does. All that really the heat does is it does the final bit, you know what I mean? So this is now the future of ironing. We didn't have that technology before steam generator irons came around. We just had hot plates, a really hot iron with weight to it. That's what we used to get rid of wrinkles. But it never really worked, did it? No iron I've ever used has ever completely got rid of the wrinkles. Even the ones that are steam irons, but you pour a capful of water into the top, and it falls onto the hot plate and it evaporates, and that's what they call steam. It's never enough to do anything. This is 3-bar pressure, 100 grams per minute of really super heated dry steam forced out from a 1.5 litre capacity container. I mean, it literally just keeps coming. So you're ironing with the steam, not the heat. And this is a really, really high quality, well-made system from a very well-known Italian company. And I promise you, it's worth every penny. I know you're sort of buying it sight unseen or sight only partially seen. If you can take my word for it on this one and Bev's word for it on this one, you will thank us. Because I'm telling you what, you do not get steam generator irons for $59.99, do you, under normal circumstances?
No. Not of this quality,
no.
Not with a system to be able to filter out the limescale, not with also self-cleaning iron. You've got absolutely top-notch steam that's going to come out of there. I mean, that price is, you know, it's phenomenal.
It's ludicrous.
Yeah, phenomenal.
I say over 20
2
years
years
ago.
warranty on it. Yeah. So, I mean, what's that going to cost you? You know, honestly and truthfully, for a little tiny iron that's so lightweight, so easy to use, brilliant.
175 quid to 180 quid elsewhere right now. Go Google it if you want to, please. We should be absolutely market beating by a New York mile. So, and look, even if you bought it for 60 quid and it was a load of old rubbish, you kind of go, oh, well, it was only 60 quid. But you're going to go, oh my God, it was only 60 quid. It's brilliant. Honestly, I'd put that toe to toe with a lot of really high quality steam generator irons. I honestly would.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to go back to Optimus. When that bit of video comes up again, I think you did so well last time. I think, would you mind?
You know I will do it. Of course I will, yes.
I think you should be a presenter one day, don't you?
I might have to.
Right, here's a little animation to demonstrate how this works.
Right,
Tell us
look
what's
at
happening.
this patented idea that actually they filter the water out before it gets anywhere near the boiler. So therefore, if you live in a hard water area with limescale and things like that, that's usually the death of many a good steam mop. But that's not the case with this one because it will filter it out before it gets down to the boiler. Now the boiler is a different thing. It's at the bottom of the unit, so therefore it's at the business end. So therefore it heats that water up faster and keeps it at a higher temperature for longer. So therefore it makes the steam more powerful, so you can kill 99.9% of all germs and allergens. That's including salmonella and viruses. You're not going to damage the floor. It isn't going to over wet your floor surfaces. It will keep it nice and dry because it's super, what is it?
Super dry, no, I can't remember. Superheated dry steam.
Superheated dry steam.
Yes.
And so therefore it will sanitize those surfaces without overwetting them. This is
as dry as steam is, anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, there's going to be moisture in. But the thing is, you are not going to damage your floors. You can even use it on a sealed wooden floor.
Now, but don't use it on seals. Now,
see, I was trying to.
No, you were doing your part, and I ruined it. I just want to show you as a sort of an indicator of the quality of this machine, because you can spend £500 on something like this.
Yeah, you can.
And the instructions are rubbish.
Yeah.
And not always intelligible as the Queen's English. But look at this. This is a really well-made owner's guide. And I know this has got the triangular head on it, but obviously that's separate. If you want to buy it separately, you can. Yours comes with a rectangular one. But it's actually made out of like proper not laminated. What do they? Is it not laminated? What do they call it? Coated. It's coated cardstock, and really, really well thought out, designed.
There's the different heads. Look.
There's all your different heads. It's not just a bit of printed A5. You know what I mean? And it is so crystal clear. And it's written in the UK. This was designed in the UK as well.
It was, yeah.
So, that just goes to show, and all the, your warranty instruction or contact instructions are all on the back. It's a great bit of kit. It really is.
It's been a lot of thought gone into it. It's been taking 18 years.
This is the one, Bev, that you did this so well.
Well, this is where you can see they're going to put the water in. It even comes with a filler bottle just to make life easier. Again, tap water, heats up at 25 seconds, so you're good to go. Here we're showing you the triangle ahead. Gets into the corners, gets around the furniture easier, also gets underneath the table a lot easier because it's easy to maneuver. Also, you can use it on your sealed wooden floors because it doesn't over wet that floor. It cuts through grease and grime. You're not having to use chemicals. You're not spending extra money on using chemicals. It's not really good for you or the environment, but where steam, you're using Mother Nature at her finest. Heated to 110 degrees of steam, so therefore you're killing 99.9% of germs, also of bacteria and viruses, including salmonella. Easy to maneuver. Also with this, it's lightweight because you've got aluminium pole. The part of the top of the unit will come apart and it makes it into a shorter unit, so therefore you can use it on your worktops, onto the top of your extractor fan, because it degreases. You can use it here like this lady's using on the shower enclosure. Also your worktops, you can sanitize. If you've got marble or you've got granite worktops, it's absolutely brilliant for those. You don't have to buy special chemicals just to clean it. And as Rob has said in the past, any chemicals that you spray usually have to be left on the surface of a minimum of 5 to 7 minutes. Well, who's got that kind of time? In that time, you could have cleaned most of the kitchen, quite honestly. Then you can take it outside. You can use it on your patio furniture. We've even got a patio head now you can buy and clean your patio. So no buying that expensive patio cleaner or spending all day with a pressure washer. Just use your Optimus mop.
Very good. And the Oscar goes to. It is a good bit of kit. You know, it's one of our star products. It really is. And what we did normally, so when this was first launched about just over a year and a half ago almost.
Is it gracious?
So the retail price was $199.99. And it did include the triangular head. And we had it at half price at $99.99. But a lot of people, they had well, I don't want that head, I want that head, or I do, you know. Having both heads together was not always everybody's choice.
No.
So what we thought we'd do is we would separate them out. So your main bundle for $59.99 is going to come with the rectangular head, 2 of the cloths, and the carpet glider, and the water bottle for filling it up, and the tool to change the cartridge, and a cartridge. Now, if you decide you do also want the triangular head, you can now buy that. We've got it at a discounted price. They're normally £50 retail. We have it normally for $40. Tonight, it's actually $29.99. So in other words, you can buy the original package by also adding, there it is, the triangular head in, and it will still be half price at $99.99, the whole lot. So you're still saving whichever way you go. But if you don't want the triangular head, doesn't matter because you've got this one. But we've also got the decking head, and we've also got the brand new extra wide head as well for doing larger surface areas. Whichever one you buy, the boiler is always in the head. Every separate head has its own boiler. It's heated to 130 degrees right above the floor, right above the surface that you're cleaning. That's why it can kill 99.9% of germs. That's why it doesn't dribble all over the place, because the water doesn't have time to condense, or the steam doesn't have time to condense back into water. That is patented. That means no other steam mop on the market can use that technology. Some have got the boiler just above, they get as close as they can, but most of them have them towards the top. So they wet the floor because the steam has almost turned back into water by the time it gets to the floor, and also the steam isn't hot enough to kill anything, except your mood for cleaning. So this is the system. It's incredibly robust. It's made from premium sort of ABS plastic and aluminium and premium materials. It's top notch, top of the range, top shelf, at really a budget price. I cannot recommend this highly enough. There's your carpet glider. because obviously the microfiber cloth would catch, you know, and it wouldn't glide.
Yeah.
But you put it in the carpet glider and then it does.
So you could do your 3-piece suite. You could also do your mattress. You could do the dog bed. Working at these kind of temperatures will help to reduce the amount of pollen that you have in the home. You can also do your curtains as well, because if you've got the windows open at the moment.
Fabric car seats.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many uses. It's not just for the floors.
Your mattress, you can, because the steam will penetrate into the mattress, it's hot enough to kill dust mites and denature their allergen. So it's a really good way to help reduce dust mites in your mattress and maybe your pillows and your duvet as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you have mulberry silk, of course.
Well, the thing is, you can refresh your pillows as well. You know, if the dog or the cat sleeps in a particular area in the on the settee, you can go and help to remove the pet hair. You know, not only just sanitising, there are other uses. Also, flooring. If you've got really stubborn stains, just let the steam.
Because it's going to melt fat and grease and oil. It's 130 degrees steam. It'll melt the skin off your bone.
Well, it would
eventually.
if you put, absolutely. But how?
So don't do that, obviously.
No, please don't do that. But what we're saying is that every time you use your steam, whether it's on a hard floor, whether it's on the carpet, you're actually sanitising that surface. Mop and buckets, all they do is move the dirt around. And if you're someone who likes to use bleach, then and you've got small pets, they absorb the bleach through the pads of the paws. So therefore it's better to use steam because it's natural.
It's not a caustic, you know. I mean, water actually is one of the most powerful solvents on the planet, if you think about it. It's just it doesn't affect us because we're made of it, mostly, you know what I mean? It really is a fabulous, fabulous piece of kit. But for me, the way I always think about it, because I suppose, I don't know, I'm a little mercenary if I'm being honest. And these days, come on, ladies and gentlemen, the cost of living is getting ridiculous.
Oh,
it really, truly is.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is expensive now. And, you know, you buy a bottle of chemical cleaning solution, and if you want to sanitise your floors and kill all the germs, you've really got to go for a bleach because, you know, the other... Oh, that one extended in tears. My tears. You go and buy yourself a bottle of disinfectant. You don't always know how effective it is, and how it might be effective initially with clean water on the first couple of goes, but it's then getting diluted. It's getting dirt's being added to it. You just don't know if it's even working. With this, you have peace of mind, but more than anything else, the second you spend £60 right now, you can stop spending £2, £3, £4 or more for a bottle of cleaning solution or disinfectant or kitchen cleaner, bathroom cleaner. They're, as far as I can tell, the same thing, except the bottles are different. You know, you could. What about chopping boards? You could sanitise your chopping board.
You could do anything. You know, you could do the tiles.
What about windows? Now you have some advice
you can
with windows,
do the windows. If obviously you're going to use it in winter and it's going to be really, really cold, just spray a bit of the steam onto the window before you put it on, because obviously you've got a very cold glass and very warm steam. But what I tend to do is spray the steam at the window and then just get a piece of kitchen roll or a soft microfiber cloth and just and just do it.
It's fine to put it directly on it if it's in the summer, you know, conservatory windows and things like that. By the way, the reason we're not doing our windows is there aren't any. They don't have any glass in them. Sorry, it's just that's television, you see. It's all make-believe. I'm not really here. I'm just AI. Hi.
But the beauty of this is because you want to, you know, do your shower enclosure, all the tiles up at the top, you know, you're not going to drip. So therefore, it's not running all down your arm.
The steam is constantly cut. So you hear that little every now and then. That's the pump
Yeah, moving
pumping
it
the water into the head.
to the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You can use it on your kitchen cupboards.
Yep.
You can take it outside. You've seen the patio furniture.
Yeah.
You can also use it on the cushions outside.
Well, like when I do my kitchen, because I've got wood floors in the whole flat.
Yes.
You know, I used to mop, and then you kind of go, okay, then you got to wait for it to dry. This doesn't make the floor wet, but it's effectively killing the germs, and that's what it's peace of mind.
Absolutely. And also, when you've cleaned with steam, I mean, I want you to come back and have a look at these white tiles in a little while. Yeah. They look clean, they stay clean, because you're not leaving that sticky residue behind of a chemical that you've used, and that way, that makes the dirt easier to stick to. And that's the whole idea of steam cleaning. You leave a clean surface, you know, and a fresh surface. I mean, steam doesn't smell of anything. It just is fresh.
Yeah.
And it does stay cleaner for longer.
Not a fake fresh, fresh.
Yeah, it doesn't. In fact, many years ago, they did a survey on cleaning a bathroom in a care home.
Yeah.
So what they did is they got the cleaners to go in and just clean how they normally would, and then they went in with a blue light, the UV light, and they shone it all over, and you could see where they'd wiped with cloths the smears, because literally you'd moved all the dirt around. Then they went in and cleaned with steam afterwards and did the same thing, and it was totally clean.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, yet it had cost them money to use the chemicals in there.
Yeah. Once
they'd brought the steam cleaner, then that was it.
I'm almost surprised, really, that the whole world doesn't use steam to clean rather than
a lot of people
chemicals.
do.
Well, they do. A lot of professionals do now, don't they?
Marks and Spencers, they use steam to clean their fridge and freezers. Yeah, a lot of restaurants and hotels now use the private hospitals use the steam.
Bev, would you mind if I perch on the edge of the seat?
You perch on the end of the
steam. I apologise, everyone, but I broke my toe
earlier
today, and it's got to the point it's really throbbing.
It's all right, yes,
yeah.
Of course.
So yeah.
And they don't do anything for that, do they?
No.
Now, you can see we're using it on the wooden floors. So not all steam cleaners and steam mops you can use on wooden floors, but this one you can.
But it has to be a sealed wooden floor.
It has to be a sealed wooden floor, because you are not over-wetting the floor.
Right.
Now, here you see the triangular head. I quite like the triangular head because it's just easy for me to manoeuvre.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's entirely left to you. The more rectangular one does a larger surface, so therefore you get the floors done quicker.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what the idea was really behind this particular deal tonight, is because you get to choose what head you want. Because don't we buy things and they put a load of tools in and things like that, and half the things you don't need. With this, it's tailor-made to what you want. So if you want that rectangular head, you're going to get that. Yep. If you want that triangular head, it's your decision to buy. If you want the patio head, again, it's your decision. You've not got a big price to have to pay to start with and then decide later on, oh, well, I didn't really need that one.
Well, and also, you know, there are lots more heads coming down the road.
Yeah, there's a polishing one coming
bought the main system, and then you can augment
add
it
to
with
it.
additional heads in the future. Yeah,
yeah. And that is what I like, because the thing is, space is a premium now, and so therefore I've got the one unit, and I can make that unit into what I want it to be. You know, the patio brush, for instance, I've used that this year on the patio. Worked fantastic. I didn't have to go and buy a patio cleaner, which is very expensive, I might add.
Yeah.
I didn't use a pressure washer. Now, if you're on a water meter, you know, it whizzes round.
Do you make a really good point? What would it cost you to rent one of those pressure washers?
I've no idea.
For a weekend? I bet you'd spend 60 quid on that.
Yeah. And another thing, Rob, if you've gone and got a pressure washer, thought, let's say you might think, oh, go to the local one and buy a cheaper one.
Yeah, yeah.
That can only do that one job. You've got this, you can use it and then say, right, tomorrow I'm going to do the floors. Oh, I'll do the shower enclosures.
Yeah.
Don't do that with the pressure
The
washer.
other thing with like, you have to be really careful with pressure washers on your patios and things, because if you've got moss and things like that, what you do is you actually end up blowing the spores all over the place.
Yeah,
and then they go and take seed elsewhere.
Yeah.
You can actually worsen your problem. Now, I don't know, I haven't done my research to find out whether 120, 130 degree steam is going to be enough to kill those spores, but it may. Maybe, you know, you'd have to look that up, do your own research, but that might be actually a really beneficial way of doing your patio.
Well, let's face it, you know, using Mother Nature, you're not using a chemical. It's going to be better than having to put a chemical down. The reason I had, you know, thought about these things is I've got one of the hoses, that concertina, you know, the ones that extend. You can't use them on pressure washers because it ruptures the inside. You've got to use the old-fashioned ones, and that means you're having to go out and buy, you know, another, what's the name?
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, this news just in from Leslie, producer. Steam at 130 degrees can be effective at killing moss spores on paving.
Very good.
Not just a hat rack, my friend.
Yeah, very clever.
Not just a pretty face.
Very good.
Or even.
Yeah.
That was Leslie that did all that. But I came up with the suggestion, and I had the hypothesis, and she proved it to be correct.
Okay.
She did the research. She's my research assistant. Und she produced the results. Dankeschön.
Very good.
You're welcome. I'll do theatre, weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Anything really.
Anything these days. That's why I'm here. Just kidding. Also, wait, please. More news just in. Using steam, it will also remove growths such as algae and lichen.
Oh.
It kills werewolves as well.
Oh.
Lichens.
There you go. Very clever.
See?
I'll tell you one thing. We've had little wood pigeon. Well, they're not little, are they, really? The big wood pigeons.
But I don't know if it'll kill wood pigeons.
No, wouldn't try it on that. We've had 2 babies.
Have you?
Yes.
Aww.
It's been a big responsibility.
Wood pigeon babies.
Little, and they were just fluffy. So why the mum...
How do pigeons made out of wood have babies?
I don't know. I haven't a clue, but they were so cute. But the mess that the mum and dad made was another story.
So bird poo.
Oh, absolutely brilliant for that.
Bird
yes.
lime.
Yeah.
Leslie, let's find out what else steam is effective on, shall we?
Yes, for outside. Yeah. The cloths. You
Yes.
get 2 cloths with each head.
Right.
Wash them first because it makes them absorbent. No fabric conditioner.
Right.
That does stop it. Yeah, does stop the absorbency. So wash them first. But I would suggest you get extra heads because when you get home, you do what I did. You start looking for things, and you're gonna kick
so
yourself.
extra cloths, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, can you pass me one so I can please?
I can.
Thank you so much. So can I just say, these are really good quality. These are not just your regular from the supermarket microfiber cloths. They're really thick. I don't know. Let's see if Rick can show the girth. Rick? Sorry, Rich. Sorry, Rich. Where did that come from? Let's see if Fred. So we're now doing the hardest thing in television, zooming in on a white cloth. But you can see how thick. Look, oh, that lovely. How thick that is. And on the back, they have a particular texture, which is perfect as a receptacle for the hook and eye fastening system used on the head of the mop. So they literally just stick. And then on this side, they are microfiber, but they're like very. If you looked close up, they would be like little hooks, little
yes,
like, you know,
finer than a human hair.
Finer than a human hair.
Yes.
More powerful than a locomotive. And so they grip and they grab and grip and hold on to dirt.
They do.
I mean, even this cloth, don't even judge the machine by the machine. Have a look at a cloth when it first comes and you'll go, blimey, that's the best microfiber cloth I've ever seen in my life. Honestly.
It's very absorbent.
I know my microfiber cloths, I'm just saying. It's very good.
Also with the patio decking brush, also comes with 2 cloths. So you can actually utilise it for other things. So if you want to do the floor with a round one, you can, or you've got a particular awkward space, or you want to do the shower enclosure and you've not got an awful lot of room, might use the smaller head, which is this one. Actually comes with 2 cloths, so you can utilise it even further. They all do, don't they? All the heads have 2 cloths with them. Yeah, all of them. So
and other ones are available on the website. If you've just tuned in and wondering why I'm sitting here again, broke my toe on a chair that I tried to move so I wouldn't break my toe on it. Good. Anyway, so
I'm going to do the old-fashioned way.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, it's disgusting. This. Hang on a minute.
Just hold the tip.
Hold the what? Oh, the tip.
tip,
Right. Okay.
And take it for a spin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh dear! Look at that.
Quite a good idea. I've got to say, listen, I only buy the best, you know, and I do have.
It's splashed all up there, so that's another job I've got to do now.
Yeah, but that's why you don't do it next to your cupboards. But
I might not have any choice.
no, but the thing is, I bought this mop because actually it is a really clever design. The only trouble with it is it's a mop.
It's filthy.
And mops inherently, you know, and this has got a microfiber head and everything else. But the fact is that as you say, the only time that any mop head is ever completely clean and germ-free is when it's new and dipped into the chemical solution for the first time.
Yeah.
The minute you touch the floor, it absorbs germs. Maybe the disinfectant will handle those germs initially.
Yes.
But then you put it in the water, you make the water dirty and full of germs. Maybe there's enough disinfectant to take care of that. But after a while, by the time you're just moving germs and dirt around, aren't you?
You are. But also, I can't do this floor because of the wooden floor.
Yeah.
I certainly can't do that floor.
Oh, no, you can't.
Can I?
Can't do your deck.
Can't do my deck.
No.
Can with this. Look at that. A bit artistic, that.
Oh, is that heart?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. Right. Let's try this one for a change, shall we?
The heart is modelled on something. Apparently there was an imprint on a seat from a French artist, and a French artist saw it, created a heart shape, which is based on the female bottom. True story, that.
Yeah, mine's about that size.
See, we like to be informative and entertaining, and also bring you the best products that your money can buy. I think we've succeeded on at least 2 out of those 3 fronts. Are you struggling there?
You've tightened this up. There's
haven't.
You did. I told you not to over-tight it.
Could you hold the top for?
I will. I told you not to over-tight.
I just want to show you. It's got a little thing, right? See a little button. So you press your button in, and then you just do that. And that then becomes loose.
I know.
Now, I want to show you, when you go on the other way, you can hear it click.
Yeah.
Clickety click. Like that. It's a click of confidence, that is.
Oh.
And you press the button again, and then it comes out the other way, like that.
Yeah, I know.
Am I
But
taking
you'd
it off?
overtime it, yes, please.
Oh!
Oh.
That was quite a yank.
Thank you. I'm going to do this one, because otherwise...
Hello. Oh.
It just
I didn't over-tighten it.
You did.
Sorry. I don't know my own strength sometimes.
I know. That's what I mean.
She's not happy. She's not happy.
Right. Okay. Let's go.
So, it's already working. The lights are already on. Yeah.
25 seconds heat up time. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh.
What was that sound? Is that your satisfied
That's
sound?
my satisfied side. Look at that. It's drying already.
It is.
You see, and the thing is, that is sanitised.
Now, David could come in with a piece of kitchen towel and test
He could. Yeah. Where are you, David?
He's over there.
Come on, my darling.
Kitchen towel, David. You might need to grab a piece.
Oh, right. Okay. Where is it?
I'm just sitting here barking orders at this.
Just hold me that, please, would you? Thank you. Where is it?
It's on just there by the wall. Yeah.
By the what? The book?
It's all right, David's got it.
Oh, you got it? Oh, there. Oh, God, blimey.
Right, David, would you mind checking the dry part is indeed dry? Very good.
You've put all marks on it now.
That is dry. Would you now please take the same piece of towel over to where we use the mop on the tile? And I think we can all see that is still moist. Thank you, David. Round of applause for Floor Manager Dave. Mwah. Oh.
Thank you, darling.
You got a kiss?
I did. Always get a kiss. So, my point being is mop, not good, moves dirt around the floor. Thank you. Steam mop, very good because it sanitizes that surface, doesn't overwet them, and also it's a multiple thing. You've got carpet, you've got hard floors, you've got laminate, sealed wooden floors. If you have the patio one, you can take it outside. You can also do your kitchen cupboards. You can also do the worktops. It has so many uses, and it's just using water.
And you even get the bottle to fill the water up with, to put the water into the system. It's really, really good, this, honestly. When we're presenting products like this, I always think to myself, does my enthusiasm get in the way? Because maybe the skeptical amongst us might think, well, he's just trying to make his commission for the night. But ladies and gentlemen, newsflash, I don't get a commission. I don't make any extra money, even if 1 million of people bought these tonight. It's, I get paid to present information, and it's not terrible money. It's not the best I've ever earned, that's for sure. And no, I'm not complaining. But the point I'm trying to make is that none of the presenters here are ever commissioned on sales, because otherwise it would be unfair on you. We want you to have complete, genuine, accurate, honest, impartial opinions and information and such on the products that you buy. Because at the end of the day, when you buy them, we want you to be happy. Because, well, we are a business after all. We want you to come back. I mean, most people pretty much everybody I've ever spoken to who shops from Shop on TV is genuinely surprised by the quality of our customer service and the quality of the products they buy, particularly for the prices they pay. So anyway, we're using this on surfaces here, aren't we, Bev?
Yeah, as you can see, it's not just a mop. This is cleaning the floor surface, the tiled floors, your showering clothes. Oh, and it's absolutely brilliant for that because it dissolves grease on contact. Also low profile, that means you can get underneath furniture, and you're not struggling. Also on your stairs, you can sanitize that. You can take it upstairs and clean the mattress as well and sanitize that. Curtains you can do. Also all floor surfaces, any sealed wooden floor, laminates, carpets. You've got a carpet glider to do that. So again, it's not just a one-trick pony.
I love that, one-trick pony. That's a really good way to put it. Lots of you need to check out your baskets. By the way, we've got 14 minutes left on the show. I think the iron might have sold out, or there are a couple left. So if you want them, you've got 14 minutes to lock in the price. Here it is. It's the Gurmy Steam Generator Iron, or Steam Gen Iron. Advanced Homewares have got it for $179.99. On Buy have got it for $175. We have it for just $59.99. It is a show special, and that means that literally at 3 a.m. Well, we'll give you a couple of minutes just to finalise your checkouts. Whether you call us 03333241241 or you go to shopontv.co.uk, you're saving £40 off our normal price, but only for another 13 minutes and a bit.
If you think that this is when you've always wanted to try one of the generator irons, but they've either been a little bit out of your price range or you're not sure as to how easy they are. Yeah. This is a brilliant starter for that. I mean, that price is absolutely phenomenal. If you think about it, you would pay more than that for a conventional iron.
And not even a good one.
Not even a good one, no. And also it's heavy. you will only put about an egg cup full of water in. This one you've got 1.5 litres, so you've got longer ironing time. You can leave the water in when you've finished because it's in a separate container. You've also got a filter in there. As you can see, that filters out the calcium and also the lime scale, so that helps to give the better longevity of your iron. Again, you can fill the water as you're using it. You don't have to wait for it to cool down. I iron most of my stuff on maximum. You can also use it vertically. You've got a 3-bar pressure, pushing out 100 grams of steam. It's also a lockable iron that you can lock it into position to carry it, to put it away. You've got a cable tidy as well, so that keeps it all out of the way for you when you go to put it away. Also with this, it's a self-cleaning iron, so it not only keeps the lime scale free from the boiler, it also cleans the back of the sole plate. How many times have you been ironing usually your best white shirt and the white stuff or the pink stuff comes out through the holes of the iron?
Yeah, you don't get
well, this actually cleans that from behind.
And by the way, to give you an idea of scale, you know, the iron bit on top is the size of a regular iron. So it takes, the whole footprint takes up about the size of a, you know, a double toaster.
Yeah,
always,
absolutely.
we recommend if you buy a steam generator iron, make sure you've got a compatible ironing board. If you've got, I don't think they even make these anymore, but if you've got an old ironing board that is just wood, that will not work. It has to be a mesh, a wire mesh or a metal mesh, so the steam can penetrate through. Also, if you buy one that's specifically for steam generators, it'll have a large area at the end where that will hold the footprint of the iron itself. Let's get down to brass tacks. Why would you buy a steam generator iron versus a regular iron?
Regular irons are heavy. They're also 2,000 to 3,000 watts of heat. 3,000 watts of heat is an electric fire. That's why you get iron shine onto your trousers.
You melt your clothes.
You melt, it's melted fibres. We've all sort of scraped it on the side of the ironing board, trying to get whatever's stuck to the bottom of the iron, usually your clothes, that's what it is.
But also yeah, sorry.
I was going to say also you can get where you've ironed the pockets all the way through, so you've got the shape of the pocket. That's because the iron's too hot. With this, it irons on a cushion of steam, so therefore you can iron majority of your fabrics just by using one temperature. You can also iron vertically, so all those awkward garments that you have that might have, you know, buttons or zips and things like that, you can hang on a hanger and just steam. It just takes the hard work out of ironing.
And it actually gets the wrinkles out. But also, the other thing, Bev, is time. I mean, you can iron through multiple layers. You can cut your ironing time down, you know, by
quite considerably. Yeah, you can. And that's what you want. You want something that's going to do the job quickly and easy. And as I say, you might only iron probably once a week and a few garments, or you might iron for a large family. Doesn't matter. This is going to get that job done. So however long you iron, why don't you make the job as pleasurable as you possibly can?
And for me, that's what it was, because I ironed, you know, when I used to wear formal shirts all the time, I'd iron maybe 2 or 3 shirts a week. Yeah. And I was, I just hated getting the iron out. But I can't wait. You ask my lad, I can't wait to get my iron out.
No.
I love it when we're going off to a do and we have to iron our shirts, because it's really fun to use. There's something very satisfying about it. It does a better job. It does it quicker. And it just all round. But I paid £200, I think, for my steam generator iron. Now, if you've got some question about arthritis and manual dexterity issues, probably very good, isn't it? Because you're not having all the help.
You're not having to turn the temperature all the time. Also, where the button is to produce the steam, it's naturally under where you would grip the iron. So therefore, you would literally hold the iron, which in turn will just press the button. So easy.
The head itself is actually, compared to a regular iron, is very lightweight because it doesn't need the weight to try and compress the wrinkles. And now, what about electrical consumption? Is it efficient to use?
Many years ago, they did for a generator steam iron, it was roughly about 8 pence an hour
Oh, really?
to run the high, really high
High-end
performing.
ones,
Yeah,
It's going to be
it
a lot
could be
less than a
less.
regular iron, because regular irons are 2,000 to 3,000 watts.
And also think about the fact is you're going to get that ironing done quicker, so you're not going to spend so long ironing. It really will make life a lot more simpler by using a generator, because that's using all that power of steam. All you're doing is literally guiding that iron over that surface, because that's doing the hard work. That's your elbow grease.
I can only recommend it. If you don't check out now, you've missed it, because there are 7 minutes left. We've got literally a couple remaining. Next handful of people to go to the phone lines or go to the website will get it.
Get it.
So
try it.
Check it out now. You will thank us. Again, we will try and get more stock in, and we will do a full demonstration on it next time. We just weren't able to get the stock in time to do a full demo tonight, but then we'd already set it all up. We thought, well, we might as well show it anyway. And look, there's, you know, close to 100 of you have already bought it. So it was worth doing in the end. You're going to be so grateful that to yourselves for making that decision to buy now when you get that at home, because the quality is fabulous. It really, really is.
Yeah.
Now, we had a question. We had a question on the D-Power,
Okay.
the vacuum cleaner, from a gentleman. How long does the battery last on
Eco and your Auto, up to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
If you put it on maximum, Neil, it probably won't. Nick. It probably won't last the full 40 minutes. You might get 30, 35. But to be quite honest, the Auto one I find the best. Let that decide whether there's dirt that you can't see, because it will alter, it'll increase the suction when it needs to, so you're not wasting the battery time.
Now, we had a question also, will it vacuum moths so that they can be released outside? No, it would mash them.
Maybe not. I'm going to say it's going to go through the...
But I will say this, actually, because you can clean the canister. If you do drop a wedding ring down the back of the sofa or something like that, or earrings, you can use it.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can retrieve it afterwards, because there are no bags.
No.
You don't have the repeat purchase of having to buy bags all the time.
No, well, that's true. And the thing is, everything's washable, so you can keep it nice and clean. So, you know, like I've got cats, and I like to keep mine as clean as cat. Oh, at the moment, they're both shedding. I'm not joking. I could make another cat. They throw out?
Really?
They're good, honestly.
Right, okay, we've got just over 5 minutes on the show left. Please make sure you check out your baskets for everything, particularly the iron, though, if you want it. And this is the decking head. All heads are available. We've got the decking head, the triangular head separately tonight, and also the extra wide head. Yours comes with a rectangular head. The regular, it's also a large rectangular head, but you get one head with the kit. So you're now scrubbing down your decking.
Scrubbing down my decking, but also...
What accent was that?
I have no idea.
Instead of scrubbing down your decking. I think that was
I have no idea.
The Pirates are different where Bev's from.
Patios, absolutely brilliant on the patio, because, do they call them ribbons? I think mine are all sort of that sort of shape. So
I'm not a big patio.
The actual slabs, I think they're called ribbon, and they're sort of like, it looks like a watermark that goes across it. So that's where all the dirt gets stuck in.
And it doesn't matter if there is an undulation.
Undulation.
Will get everywhere.
Because this patio brush is absolutely fabulous. Yes. Also very good at doing your patio furniture. You know, all that green algae that gets stuck. Also take it in the greenhouse.
Well, greenhouse, I was going to say conservatory windows if they've got loads of moss or algae.
Yep,
and as we found out, steam is effective at getting rid of moss spores and algae and lichen.
Take that off.
The roof of your conservatoire.
Yep. It
nice,
comes
quick,
with
easy release. As you saw.
Well, it's
very
hot.
durable.
Also, you get two cloths with it.
Yeah.
So you can utilise this now if you want to.
Indoors and all.
For a floor. Or if you want the windows, anywhere. You know, you can utilise this head as well.
Go. Now, I think for the last few moments we should return to the default head, which is the rectangular head. Let me see, where is that?
Oh, that's
It's over
mucky.
here. You're
That's
gonna use
mucky.
this handle. Oh, yuck, look at hers.
That's very mucky. See, that's what it's here. You see, that's what it's done. Have you noticed where Dicking? Who's Dicking?
Excuse me?
Decking, I should say.
What the dickens are you talking about?
I don't know. It gets very slippy and slimy.
Slippy and slimy.
It stops that.
Oh, it can. That's a good point. It could be a
Yes.
hazard.
Yes,
Yeah.
it stops that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Now, what I have
disgusting.
here is the rectangular head, which has cooled down. So this is the one you get. I wanted to show you, actually, because, again, the quality on this is just fabulous. When I lift up the little gripper, you can see it's got these teeth in here. And the microfiber cloth goes around very simply, and then you just clip it down, and it really holds it in place. I never have ever used one of these and had the cloth come off.
No.
So this doesn't use a Velcro or a hook and eye fastening. The round one does, and so does the triangular one. But that's because this one also goes in your carpet glider, so you can revitalise the fibres of your carpet.
Yes.
You can clean, you can groom.
Mattresses,
Mattresses, yeah.
three-piece suite, curtains,
Yeah.
everything. Pet beds, brilliant.
Pet beds, yeah. Mats, doormats.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. Any washable surface you have in your home, you can use steam on.
Always remember, if you're going to do the curtains, close the windows first, especially if you're upstairs.
Oh, yes. Nasty accident.
Yeah, that's an old joke.
Yes.
But yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, it really is a fabulous system. It's been one of our biggest selling products since the very first day we came on the air, or very soon after our first days on air, but which was back in December of 2023. Can you believe it?
Really?
December 1st,
Oh, good gracious.
2023.
It's a long
Feels like
time.
forever ago.
It does, yeah.
Right. There are those, see those germs being annihilated.
I want one of them.
Or one of what?
Those that does it on its own, look.
Oh,
That's the next
a
one.
self-driving Optimus.
Yes, that's the next one.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I will not be an early adopter of the self-driving car.
No, I don't
Because I
think
once
will.
found, someone was telling me, a computer expert, that the software in one of the versions of the self-driving car some time ago, if it had to make a decision where you were about to have an accident and there might have been a fatal accident for several pedestrians,
Right.
but you would survive but they would be injured, or you would be injured and they would survive, the car would choose them over you. And I'm like, no, not that that's a bad thing, but I don't want my car making that sort of decision for me,
No,
really.
not at all. I want a flying car.
I want a flying car. You'll be able to buy one of those next year.
Not on my wage, no.
Bev, my darling.
Always a pleasure.
Enchanté, madame.
Enchanté.
Thank you very much. Thank you
you.
to everybody, from everybody here at Shop on TV. I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night for now. Bye.